Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 6 of Dicey Mayhem. We have Matty still without a camera, sadly.
Hello.
Though Matty's voice did change, and it
Howdy.
freaked me
Puberty.
out.
Puberty.
Puberty
Yeah.
hit Matty.
Finally hit.
Finally here, nice.
It hit me like a drum.
And Void is back,
Hello.
just in time to get a recap going. My brain just malfunctioned.
There's one already?
Yeah.
Oh, side note, I'm gonna have to wait until break to do it because there was a massive spider in front of the washing machine and I panicked.
Fair enough. No worries.
I'm not scared of spiders, but I don't want to hurt them and I don't want them to touch me. So I was like, you could just vibe. Bye.
Oh,
Yeah, no worries. So what happened 2 weeks ago? Since we had a break, you found the griffin that you were bounty hunting in a way, with the guidance of both Edgar and Torval knowing how to do and how to do it. You decided to try and encircle it, or try to ambush it in a way, having Delanas play
Baited
dead,
it.
baiting it. As Delanas was playing dead, the creature itself tried to steadily make its way towards you, as we all didn't anticipate the actual flying speed of a griffin, me included. You eventually dispatched the beast with ease, taking its head as you tried to make your way onto the cliff to see where its nest is. Yet without having any experience in mountain climbing, you tried to climb the mountain. As one of you, and I can't recall exactly who, fell pretty far down. I really can't recall who it was.
Was it me? Yeah.
Oh,
was that
poor
was
Valeria.
It didn't take that much damage
It was
though.
one of those, yeah.
You eventually made your way onto the mountainside, where you found a small cave that leads slightly through the mountain up further to the peaks. After slight consideration on how to continue, you found an arrow slit looking over the staircase leading up to the Twin Emperors Peak ruins. After deciding to rest up first before you continued onwards, we took a break and we eventually found our way back on top of the staircase leading towards... No, through the caves. You went through the caves, not the stairs.
Mhm.
As you went through the cavernous system, you eventually found the sally port leading into what seemed to be an old castle ruin. Inside of the ruins, you noticed that it was abandoned and slightly in disarray. Though both consecration and desecration could be felt by Valeria, as you found a temple to Saloon, as well as a desecrated altar down in the cellar. Here, Miguel revealed his true nature, as his goonies tried to fight you off, you, without having to even slightly put in effort, dispatched quick of them. As you recovered Staff of the Blue Moon, having spoken to Valeria, Saloon herself has chosen her to be her champion, or whatever that is supposed to mean. And after that, we are left off inside of the temple within the castle ruins, as Valeria herself is now holding the staff, Blue Moon. You all look, and a blue glow washes over the area within. What do you all want to do?
We should check. Like, there was an altar, right? We should maybe check and make sure that we destroy the altar, just in case someone else wants to like do anything there, and it's like an important altar.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that would slow them down. I think that would be a a great job for our favorite two-hoofed beast over here. We feel like smashing something. You do?
Yes, I want to smash.
I figured as much.
Sorry. Let me smash.
Do we need any special tools for that, or can you like just
No.
smash it with like?
No, I can just smash it, can't I?
Yeah, there's loads of rubble around that you can just use to smash things with, as well as a great axe.
You are just going to go down the trapdoor to desecrated ground.
Yeah. Just make sure that the altar's like gone or whatever is like making it sacred. Kaim or Valeria, do you have any ideas what would help anyone to like a ritual here? And could we dispatch of it, or could we just take it if it's like something valuable?
I don't know. Celine said that her and Shah were linked, but now that I've accepted her role, I don't know if she has as much power, but I think we should still destroy it. It should be fine.
What, you talking about destroying Saloon's altar?
No, Shah's, the desecrated one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, isn't that Ames? Is it Shah's?
That's
There
what
were no
the voice in my head
markings.
said.
Okay. Oh, also, I'm going to use my flexible casting to regain a level 1 spell slot from my sorcery points,
Okay.
which leaves me at 0 sorcery points. Also, is the staff changed in appearance at all from like what it used to look before?
No, the crystal, however, does now look like a crescent shape.
So given that that staff was stolen, I would assume we need to like have an idea how to move that without alerting any authorities or whatever.
Sorry,
For
full
the
moon.
city.
It's full moon.
Is it like visibly different from like the stuff that was stolen?
No, it's
Okay.
not. There is a distinct visibility in the crystal. That looks different. The crystal itself looks to be the moon.
So we got to make sure like that no one really sees that you have that, first and foremost, given that clerics and all that, and secondly, it's a stolen staff.
We can also cover it up with, I don't know, some sort of fabric.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Just like we need to like be mindful of that. Secondly, I would argue that Miguel did not know that we were there, so we haven't burned that bridge yet. They vanished or like they teleported us out before they could see any one of us that they have interacted with. I think we jumped down as Dilanas first, and upon seeing Dilanas, he teleported out. So chances are, if I were to go there again, to his place, whatever, and talk to him, same with Valeria or Kame, that he would not know that we know. So we can play that angle. I kind of want to try and go there once we're back in the city, and maybe
Yeah, well, we
detect
both-
thoughts running.
We need to go there anyway to collect our bounty and also rest up.
Yeah, of course.
So
Do you have anything that we want to do here in the ruins? Do you think it's worth like checking out the rest? Do we feel it's safe here after like what we just seen?
Do I feel safe here, or do I feel a bit unsettled still?
You feel safe here.
Okay.
I
Do you
think we
have
should
any-
carry on.
Do you have any pull towards anywhere, Valeria?
Not anymore, no.
Okay. Is the desecration gone? Like, was it like visible in any way? Like, was there mist, or like how did that like?
it was just the sense that Valeria was getting.
So we don't see like any mist or whatever.
There's
like, around
no
that
mist.
altar? Okay. Does the egg feel any different?
No, still cold.
Okay. Did anyone need anything? I think the two guards that we, or like the two like henchmen we killed had like some sort of armor.
Yeah,
You already took
the
that.
armor.
Okay.
What armor was it?
Leather armor.
Do you want to have some sort of armor, Valeria? You've been running around with like low AC so far.
I can only wear light armor, but I'll take some if there is any.
That is light
Leather
armor, right?
Yeah, leather's light armor.
Sick.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see if some of them fits you. Could you give one of the leather armor to Valeria?
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Ooh, thanks.
Did the
you
smashing
go.
of the altar work?
Seems that there's no actual changes within the area.
So like we just destroyed like a bunch of like things on there.
You destroyed an altar.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good to me. I mean, any sort of destruction is good, you know.
Yeah, smashing shit. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess we might as well try and move on, like in the ruins and like see what else is there.
Okay. As you move throughout the ruins, most of the building is in disarray. You still have the major staircase leading up to the second floor balcony that holds the library as well as 3 bedrooms. On the bottom floor, there's a large dining area with cobwebs on the old wine racks, as well as a broken table and broken chairs. Some of the doors are off their hinges or laying flat on the floor, as a layer of dust seems to be gathered around and on them. Most of the area itself is made out of a stone floor, except for the second floor, which has a wooden floor. When you enter through the main doors on your left-hand side, there's 3. If I'm correct, 3 rooms that seem to be old bedrooms with the mattresses missing, as well as blanket and pillows, though the bed frames are completely broken down and scattered throughout the room. As on your right hand side, one door leads into what seems to be an armory for probably some of the guards that used to patrol the
wait,
area or defend the
That's like
area.
all the building that we have already been through, right?
This is
Like
the
I mean,
building.
like,
Yeah.
is there any like ruins outside of that building? Because I think we have explored that like that building in itself.
Yeah. When you step outside, you notice that the courtyard itself is made out of, most of it is dirt, which used to be grass. As you can see, some of the patches have like this old layer of decrepit grass, as well as some places have better growing areas with weeds and other flowers, like wildflowers. There's a slight building off to the side, close to the wall and one of its towers, as the wall itself is about 30 feet high and 10 feet wide. The building that's leaning against it is approximately 20 foot by 40 feet and seems to be a combination of barracks and stables. All in all, if you look around, there's a garden that used to be for herbs. As you can see, a stone lining for what seems to be as a fence to keep weeds in and out. Other than that, there's nothing of importance or anything else to explore.
I'd like to go back to the library and find a book for Saloon.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Or
good shot,
Saloon.
good shot.
As you look through the books, you have found a Book of Saloon.
I take that book and I give it to Valeria.
Thank you. I suppose I should read up on her now that I don't serve Lathander anymore.
Is it a language that you understand?
Oh yeah, is it?
I flicked through it.
You understand this book?
I understand this book.
Oh wow. Get another boon. Wow, look at that.
Blessed.
Boing just
Um,
can't read. Or Tara just can't read.
Everything is nonsense to Foying, even if it's common.
Well, that's just slander.
It's
I'll
not
take it.
necessarily wrong, though.
Sorry, I had to learn to read and not just, given it by some weird god.
I can read and I'm literally a giant dog. What do you mean?
I can read as well, it's just not that.
Hmm.
I'm under the assumption that, like, no one of us could have read any of that before other than Kame, right?
Mhm.
And she couldn't have read that book beforehand either.
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure.
The book in itself, Valeria, is the size of a tome, as the leather bindings are made of this royal blue, and the symbol of Saloon is imprinted in it with a silver lining.
Can I flick through it and get a little summary, or do you want me to do that later? do you want to send me it? I don't want to put you out.
As you flick through it, you read a section that is the headline of it is called The Sister War. It describes the fallout between Saloon and Shah after Shah married Vakan, where Saloon disagrees with the choices of Shah, especially after their mother died, though the name of the mother is unknown and not mentioned. Shah eventually decided to cut all ties with Saloon to Saloon's disliking, and Saloon went to Mistra, and you know Mistra as the goddess of the weave, for help and a binding spell. Mistra, being good friends with Saloon, obliged to the request on one condition. Saloon herself had to give something in return. After agreement on what the terms are, they are not described inside of the book. Shah found out and tried to kill off Saloon out of revenge and wrath. A war between the two broke out, at least in a family feud, that is, and they both, due to the binding spell Mistra casted, died and became, or took eternal life in the form of the moons. After that, they were able to take physical form in the forms of avatars, but they always were supposed to be the blue and the red moon.
Interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, shall we head on back?
Yeah, sure. There's like a really one thing that still puzzles me is why your father warned us to not go here.
Well, there's probably one of my thinkings is that if we come down and we say we've been up here, we've been in the ruins, people might label us as either heretics because of, we would say, the religious standing in this fort.
Who does your mum worship again?
Torm? No, the eldest.
Monitor.
Yeah.
Molotov.
A
monitor.
Minotaur.
A minotaur.
Molotov. Okay, got it.
There's no
Which
chance
is-
he's involved in this. Just making sure.
Are you scared that he's gonna come in at the last minute and kill Ames?
No, I'm just wondering, like, so far we have had like multiple people that were connected to this, that were like within our path. I'm just starting to get paranoid here, you know. Like the underling or whatever you want to call it of Palanthus, who we were like told is like a good guy or whatever, is apparently now like deeply involved into this. It's not far to like assume that your father might be involved if he like specifically told us don't go where that stuff is happening right now, right?
Yeah, but our faith is with our pact father.
Yep, sure. I'm just you know, just being cautious.
He doesn't. We don't necessarily take sides. We only fight to get revenge on people that have been betrayed or forsaken in the eyes of mortals and gods.
Fair enough. Yeah. As I said, like I'm just making sure, just checking in.
I do plan on telling him that we did go up here anyway, because to see his reaction might be somewhat funny.
You want me to cast detect thoughts when you tell him, so I can tell you what he's thinking while you're saying him?
I've lived with him long enough to know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Why don't we go back and we'll talk about it with them and we can rest there and we just won't tell anyone else that we came here.
I think that's a good idea.
He might pursue it further as well in a more secretive manner, since he's more in the city than I am. He might just...
I've come up with an idea of maybe how to find Palanthus. We could try and find Miguel again and not let him know that we know, right? We just like ask him, hey, we are like back from like hunting and it has been some time. Is Palanthus back? And while telling him that, I could have like secretly cast detect thoughts and given that like my questionnaire guides his thoughts, it could maybe have him think of like where Palanthus is, or like he's like, oh no, he's not back, and then I'll ask like, do you not know like anywhere where he might be, or like do you know where he is? And given my understanding of the arcane, I would argue that he thinks where Palanthus is.
We could try, but I got the impression he genuinely didn't know anything.
I mean, that's a chance as well.
We could try.
It's been like a few seconds, you know, it was heated. Didn't the guy that we asked like say like as if I would tell you where Palanthus is, or like did he not seem to know where he is, or like
Wasn't that the cultist guy? Or was it Miguel?
Yeah, but like the Miguel seemed to lead them, no?
It seems information is scarcely shared with underlings, especially cultists of that pedigree.
I would just argue that Miguel probably does know.
Yeah. Miguel's probably more involved than is missing than anyone else. So.
Yeah, that's what I would argue as well. So like I guess like having that detect thoughts running while talking to him might be a good shot to like get some information and maybe find us like a good idea to like get there.
People in town like Palanthus. Is he like well regarded?
He's a court wizard, I would suppose so.
He's court wizard's apprentice.
Well, that's
People
Miguel.
might still think he's weird, even if he's high up.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, there's no harm in trying. What's the time right now? Is it like reasonable for us to like walk back down the mountain right now, or like should we like take like a?
You can see the time somewhere in the thingy.
It's currently
the
it's currently noon.
Okay, yeah. So we might as well like walk down the mountain and then take a rest and then walk the like Sunday back. Okay.
I also have minor illusions that I can just keep casting it on the staff. It's just a cantrip, so I can just keep doing it.
I would argue that casting that in the city might cause people to look, because like you have to like, you know,
Good point. Somatic material, which means is
You're
somatic when you
talking-
do hand gestures. No, it's
Yes.
not verbal.
Oh yeah, right.
I,
Yeah, you're doing,
I
you're
could do
doing
it
hand
secretly.
gestures.
But they don't have to be like
No.
flamenco.
Is there any like fabric that we could possibly just cover the staff with?
There's a few seems to be old curtains that are now just rags laying on the floor.
Okay, I'll
We just
pick
cut up
one
like
up.
a
Yeah,
cloak
and
from
just
you guys. Yeah.
How big is
we-
the staff? Is it like as tall as me or not quite?
It's between the size of a quarterstaff and a scepter.
Okay.
So-
In measurements.
Okay, a quarterstaff is just about shoulder height, usually.
Okay.
And a scepter is literally that big.
Small. Okay, cool.
It's like a
um,
walking stick.
A scepter is not really a walking stick. It's
No, I'm saying like her staff
yeah,
is a
her
walking stick.
staff is
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
walking stick.
Oh, fair enough. Does it like look like very like cool, like gold or whatever?
It's silver.
It's silver.
Is it bright silver or like is it dirt silver?
It's a bright silver.
I mean, you could also like just try and dart it up. You know, like
I
rub
don't
some
want
leaves
to
in it.
dirty up my nice new
Okay.
staff.
Yeah, okay.
I am yeah not willing to do that.
We could like pull it through. Looking at like look at that guy's like like their corpse, get some blood on it, make it red instead.
Okay, no,
I
we're not
think- I
going to do
think-
that.
Covering it up with
With cloth might suffice, yeah,
yeah.
I guess as well.
Yeah, no.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Seems reasonable.
Oh, it does.
Can I try casting minor illusion? Just like in a kind of. Does it have to be a particular hand gesture when I kind of hide it when I do it?
It's as long as you do the hand gesture, so it can be as small as you can do it, but it needs to be out in the open. Hence, there's
Okay.
a sleight of hand check when you want to do it stealthily. Or out
Can I
of
do it like
sight.
under my cloak or under my clothes?
Yes, you would be able to do that, but it would be with advantage on the stealth check since you're fumbling around to do it.
Okay. Can I do it as an experiment right now? And just
Go
make the
for it.
staff look like an old banged up walking stick.
Go for it.
So sleight of hand with advantage.
Yes.
I'd like to roll a perception check. See if I caught it.
Go for it.
I mean, you know what you're looking for. No, you're
Oh.
just blind,
Nope.
brother.
Yep.
I'm just scratching.
Hey, so when did you get that walking stick?
I just found it just over there. It's the same stuff.
I mean, I just think like relying on like my illusion might not be the best idea, given the fact that like it lasts a minute and you like have to cast it for like 6
You have
seconds or
to,
whatever.
yeah, you have to keep on casting
All
it.
right. Let's
Um,
rack it up then.
I mean, if you want to, or if you would be willing to, I could carry it for you into the city. I have a spell called Disguise Self, and I can disguise me, including my clothes, armor, weapons, or other belongings of my person, to have it look differently. I just don't know like how willing you are to hand me your
I think
almighty
it's
powerful.
fine. Saloon said it was for all of us. We're all in it together, so
So then I could do that, I guess. That would like save us some trouble as well. At least the city guard.
I
to,
just feel
get
like
into the city.
carrying a staff that's just covered in rags is just a bit weird, but maybe it's not. I don't know.
It's just okay. Let's just like enter the city like that then.
Okay.
I'll give it to
I mean,
Adero.
we're like 6 days away from it, so you
I
can
Yes.
carry it for like 6
thought
days.
you wanted to. Is it a cantrip?
No. I can do
Oh,
it
so
once per long rest. It lasts an hour.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. All right, I'll
Could I
take
hand
that.
her the thing back once I've casted it, like for her to carry it?
Never actually thought about that.
It doesn't
I would,
really
I would, I would say it works like that.
Yeah, well, no.
You're concentrating on it.
Actually, it's actually not concentration.
You're concentrating on the items on your body.
yeah.
So as soon as you have it in your hands and you concentrate on the items on your body in
Mm.
order to cast a spell, it would change appearance.
Yeah.
So yes, I would say that would work.
Okay, cool. Cool beans. That just saves us a lot of trouble.
Nice. We hacked it.
Easy.
Mhm.
All right, should we head back?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. As you head back down, are you using the stairs or the cave?
There's stairs because they go directly down.
Yeah, stairs.
As
Also, like, do we see any griffin or whatever, like, flying about?
Oh yeah, we want to check, see if we can find the nest of the griffin.
Oh, yeah.
Give
Extra.
me a perception check.
Roll of the eyes.
Can I quickly cast guidance?
Sure.
Pick a d4.
Oh, Edgar, can you look out for like the griffins flying about? If there might be any, I take it you might be best suited to look for that as well.
Or
Cool.
the nest.
Yeah, or the nest, I guess. You have guidance as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, add a d4 to your roll.
What are you
Ooh.
rolls
Ah, you-
today? A
Ooh.
1 and a 2.
And a D4 was it? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeesh.
Who knows? Could help. Yeah, 10.
We just need to make sure that like you're not doing anything today. You rolled 3 dice today. It was a 2, and a 1. Like, geez.
You've got it all out the way now, though.
Yeah,
It'll be good from now on.
right.
Yeah.
Next 3 are going to be nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
You say it like that, and it will be in that one though.
Well, it's fine because then next time I'll be like, oh no, now it's going to be the 3 nat 20.
Mhm.
The next one is going to be.
Just a progression of nat 1s constantly.
As you move down the staircase back towards the mountain edge or the feet of the mountain. That's right. Edgar, you look about and see if you can spot a nest as well as a griffin flying. Looks to be that birds have returned, but no nest to be seen and no griffin.
And the griffin attacks you.
I'm standing in the nest looking around.
Hmm.
Hey, how about you open your eyes when you do it? You're a weirdo.
Take my glasses off.
You can't smell it. Okay, I guess we travel back to the city.
Okay, so take your long rests as you want to take them. There is nothing happening during the road back. You have 8 days. Do you want to do anything within the 8 days? You basically have a work week on which you can use crafting. If you have...
As I asked earlier, I think before we started, would I be able to learn, was it Netherese?
Netheresian, you won't be able to learn in a work week. Not without proper guidance.
Helen? Guidance. Okay. Could at least get started on it.
Yes, you will be able to
Okay.
get started on it.
I'd like to do that, please.
Okay, mark down a work week down of learning Netheresian.
Thank you.
Are we traveling back to the city, or are we
You're
already in the city?
You're traveling
You're
back.
traveling back.
This
Are we
is
taking a long rest, like on the car or something?
Yeah.
like on the road.
Yeah.
And you have like a work week down of downtime, so you can, if you have like a herbalism kit, I believe it's a herbalism kit that you need to craft either 8 potions of healing or 1 potion of, what's the second one? Is that superior healing or greater healing?
Greater healing, yeah.
Greater healing.
Okay, I'll do that. Sick.
Okay, which ones are you going for? Are you going for the potion of healing or the one of greater?
How many potions? 8 potions of normal healing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You do need natural resources for that. Equivalent to 25 gold pieces.
Okay. Natural resources is in flowers.
Flowers, the spell Bless comes on top of that, but since you're a cleric, that's probably marked down.
Easy. Yeah.
The flowers you can gather.
Yeah.
With the
I'll do
proper nature check, you would be able. With the proper survival check, you would be able to gather the flowers that you need.
Okay. Do you want me to roll survival?
Yes, please. Just one would
I-
suffice.
Cast guidance on myself.
Okay, go for it.
Fuck me.
Okay, a 12. Could you do that? Could you give me a D100?
God, yeah. Do I have to type again?
If you click on the right dice, like the 2 dice, and then roll, it rolls for you. Okay, you got 44 gold pieces worth of materials.
Okay.
So you can craft 1 potion, as materials are scarce.
Fair enough. I'll mark that down.
Okay, you have 1 potion of healing after the work week.
Okay.
Anyone else that wants to do something, learning skill by anyone that's proficient or expertise in? At least starting that.
Wait, did we say now that we can do any proficiency or only tool proficiencies?
It's tool proficiencies.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'm gonna learn how to cook then.
Okay.
You know, being responsible for like the food anyways, you know, like we like hunting and like then I'll make it spicy with the prestidigitation, and like heat it up and all that stuff with it. So might as well try and learn to like how to actually like do it in a really good way.
Okay, note down that you started your first week of learning how to cook. And the use of cooking utensils.
Getting closer to your real life self every day.
I would like to do a few pull-ups every day to like.
I'd like to start Twitch streaming.
What's Twitch? It's a magical TV. As you eventually find your way within the city, you notice that the city is bustling with life, as if something has happened over the course of the last 16 days. As little banners filled with flags and festivities are set around. Those people are dancing, laughing, and drinking as the bustling life of the city of Dahevia fills you with joy. Where do you want to go first?
And I turn in the bounty thing we did.
Yeah, I'd say we go to.
Because
I'd say we go to the inn and.
so I can turn in the bounty.
So we
Okay.
can
Wait, did we just cut the head in 2 pieces
we've
or?
got the heads.
Okay, okay.
And before
Who
we
has
go
the head
there,
again? So
we have it in a party sheet. Before we go there,
Okay.
as agreed upon, I would like to take the staff and I would cast disguise self from myself, from my innate spell casting. Change up the staff to like looking like a normal stick, with like a nice twig with like a leaf on top. Looks pretty cool. Maybe like a flower as well. And at the same time, I would like to have my horns on my shoulder disappear and my face looking slightly different. Just to the fact that like we are going to the Blue Dragon Inn thingy, whatever it's called, and Maravik was there last time and I don't want them to recognize me.
Okay. As you take the staff and start to cast, you notice that the crystal itself, that was first a full moon, changed over the course of the days, as it's now in a waning gibbous.
You explain that word for dummies?
The waning gibbous is a you have to think full moon, but there's like a quarter off of it. Like
It's a moon cycle thing.
It's the
okay,
moon cycle thing.
So it shows which day we're in on the thingy.
It
that's
shows
cool.
which cycle you're in. Yeah.
Wow, that's so useful.
Calendar stuff, yeah.
I was gonna say, if you just get the sort of simple calendar up on the things, look at saloons. That's what a waning gibbous looks like.
Right,
Oh,
teach us
being a
that.
smartass.
Yeah, well,
Come nerds, give us
no one really asked.
What a nerd.
No one asked. Okay.
So
Okay,
anyway,
yeah, we'd like to hand in the quest.
Yes.
Talking to a turtle guy, I guess.
Yeah, Griffin.
Hello, good
what's his
sir.
name?
we have taken upon ourselves to kill that griffin.
Ah, do you have that?
Of course. If I were to trouble.
Yes. So I give them the head.
As you
Head parts.
as
Basically.
you slump down the head, you see it fall in a slight sludge as parts of the
Oh,
blood
no
are
shit.
still there.
Ugh.
No one likes sloppy head.
Yeah, well, it has been 8 days since we killed it, so
The smell is not from the head, it's from Torval.
Oh god.
still need to shower or take a bath.
Well, I've been cleaning myself with my spells.
Yeah.
As Kruder goes, turns around in its massive form as the turtle he is.
Yeah.
You notice that he has some issues doing that as he
got
just
back.
as he just stands slightly turned, tries to reach out, grabs a bag, as the jiggling of coins
Yes.
as the pouch is laid in front of you.
Yeah, adding that to the party sheet.
Yeah,
How much is it?
500 gold pieces.
500 gold pieces.
He's giving us 500 gold pieces.
He's giving you 500 gold pieces.
I'm sorry to be like that curious, but like I'm just wondering who put up that task and like why was it as much money? If it's anonymous, you don't have to tell. Obviously, you know. Best.
No,
I'm
it is. I
curious.
just need to find my note. It was the Ravoksan family.
What?
The Ravoksan family.
Ah, okay.
Is there a special reason to like why the price was that high, or is that like the usual rate for Griffin? Because if so, that might be like my new calling.
Usual
Yeah.
rate
For Griffin is 500.
monsters in general.
Yeah, why do
Oh.
you think I'm in this business? A lot of gold.
Yeah, Total, you got us like another contract.
Well, I can look at the notice board again.
Yeah, I turn to Tilval and go, yeah. If there's anything that
Yeah, so
We
can I
can
take another
do-
look at the notice board?
You notice that the notice board is filled today. Like there's a ton of notices. Two that stand out is one of a human with a sharp face, a bit of a ratty-looking nose, and a flamboyant hat with a feather leaning back. As the notice notes down, wanted, Farron, dead or alive, 1,000 gold pieces.
My eyes are kind of glowing because as a bounty hunter, I like this.
A second one stands out of an elf that has like a sharp jaw, somewhat indented face, as if not really malnourished. His hair is sleek white, going all the way to the back. Once again, also wanted, as the
Dead or alive?
Dead or Alive,
Okay.
as the name says Kane.
Wait,
This
is that
this
yeah,
bounty is 100 platinum pieces.
ooh.
Wait, by the way, I don't know if my character knows it because it's a
Your
side
character
note I put
knows.
on my. Yeah, so. Oh my god.
These are the two leaders.
Yes. A gang. Wait, so the first one is the leader of the Grey Renegade?
Yes.
Or okay. Does it say location, by the way, on both the
Nope.
things?
No, I would like to have the money, please. You don't have to do anything for it.
Just, no, I was like.
There's,
if the
there's also
location
no
was
marker
below.
on the map where you have to go in order to
Nah,
find clues.
okay, yeah, just to do then like
I
a
mean,
lost
give-
known location or something.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
given the session before that, you already knew like where the Thieves Guild was, right? Just go there.
No, I hoped I knew. Because like I grew up here, I think I maybe knew.
I
But
mean, it's marked
didn't.
on the map. I think we just can go there, right?
No. I tried that, but then I was like, no, you don't know this.
So I'd like to like circle around the outer
Yeah,
wall of the noble's ward.
I'm gonna put a waypoint on here, and then we can just follow the
Yeah.
GPS marker.
Yeah, exactly. Another one that stands out is not a notice as in a warrant or a bounty, but is an actual notice as an information. As it says, cease fire. Minotaurs pull back.
Oh, the war. Yeah.
Let's go.
Massive creature sighted within. Within watery territories. All fishermen beware.
Does they have a description of the?
Doesn't seem there's a description.
Ilanas, do you know anything about this?
Void's not here, I don't think.
Oh, right.
Guys,
No, it's
They went
Wi-Fi.
their
no,
internet
yeah.
died.
Oof.
Never mind, I take it back. Yeah, I guess next course of action would be to go to Kaim's parents, talk
Yeah.
to them,
Yeah.
and then go to Miguel again.
Who was looking
Wait,
at the notice board?
That was me.
I'm gonna
Me.
take a look at it as well. Yeah,
Yeah. We're all just standing at the nose boards, I guess.
I would like to
Your-
try and like remember everything.
Yeah, because the question I want to ask is, if we like leave now and we come back later, is there a chance that someone else already took that thing?
There's another notice that looks relatively new. The parchment is a bit weathered, and you notice that some of the edges are crumbling off. Children gone missing. Beware of your spouse. Swamp Bay not safe.
Wait, children gone missing. Like me and Edgar had something like that in Rywell, was it?
On
So that was
close
me and
to.
Delanis.
We had like a case of missing children that we went to investigate.
Yeah, missing children on our end as well.
Hmm. And then we found the cult members, so
I guess
Wow, what
I
a
was the
what a
missing
coincidence.
child in our one.
Yeah.
coincidence, I think.
Yeah.
What did it
Seems
say?
like they're getting-
Swamp Bay not safe. What did it say?
Swamp Bay not safe.
Seems like the quest givers are getting, a bit repetitive here.
Hmm.
All right.
They're raging. They're gonna keep on repeating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that might be a good show to like check out as well. Does it work like in a way where like we just take the thing and you like,
Yeah, I think it's
Well, like-
just notes where you can take the paper and then I guess you accept it.
or just leave the paper there and just go like, hey, I've done that.
Well, at least I took the paper last
So
time,
how
I
it
know.
how it works, until you know the procedures of this. Whenever you take it, you have to show it to Kruder, and Kruder will pull up a new one when you're not returned yet.
Mhm.
Or after X amount of days and you haven't returned yet, it gets pulled up again.
And how does he verify that we've done something in Swamp Bay? That's like very far away.
You have to return with whatever,
The children.
either the
just take a
not the
bottle of
children or
We just take a
written
bottle of
notes.
swamp water and give it to him.
So
like
if
this.
it's
No, I mean,
if it's
I'm saying
about
like
if it's about a person, you usually take back a written note. Or if it's
okay.
about a person you have to kill, is usually the head.
Okay.
Or a token of whatever you
Mhm.
killed. Think of it as a trophy.
And Swamp Bay is also where Captain Ryan was going. Recall it correctly.
Captain Ryan was going to Saltborn.
Where is Swamp Bay?
Okay.
Swamp Bay.
Swamp Bay is
Swamp Bay.
left
Shrek.
next to Colin. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I see. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I guess it will depend on like what our like investigations turn up with, but I suppose that's also like a very, very good starting point to like go further. Let's take that one and go back
Yeah.
to Cam's parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll take the bounties
Mm.
and
Yeah, all the bounties. So
No,
because well, he said bounty, so bounty.
I know.
Yeah, so
I
that's
take
one
it.
by one.
I take. I notice like the glint in his eye, Torval's eye, when he sees the two figures.
yeah, the cult
Two-
leaders or something, the
yeah.
gang leaders. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I say to Torval, do you know these people?
Yeah, they're both gang leaders. I heard of them, but that's all. Need to update. North. I just heard of names of them. Wait, what were their names again, Ice?
Ferran, F-E-R-A-N,
Yeah.
and Kane, C-A-I-N.
Oh yeah, Kane. I get that. Okay.
Not
And
to
Farron was Grey Renegades, and who was Kane?
Yeah, Kane is the
Fangs of
leader
Cain.
of the Fangs of Kane.
Oh yeah, Fangs.
The Fangs.
Fangs.
Yes,
Fangs, not
F-A.
fans. Okay. Cool.
No, not Fangs.
Depends.
Well,
What do we call
maybe
ourselves? We haven't got a name. Just fans of Kane.
The fans of.
Are they opposed to each other?
Yeah, I guess so.
Make a history check.
Me or
You, yeah.
yes?
You're
okay.
the only bounty hunter in.
Yeah.
party.
Okay.
Guidance.
They are highly
Mhm.
opposed to each other.
They are.
Like these are their rivalry is unrivaled.
Okay. I'm on the way back from like the tavern. Could we also do like a quick stop at the Magical Emporium, Griffin?
I'd like to go to the smithy as well to get some new armor.
Okay.
By the way, I took the bounty from those two. Just
Okay.
I have them in my pocket, just in
Okay.
case we
Very ambitious.
like. I want money.
It's
I
not
want to
your
backstab
money.
a level 15 guy.
Okay. Who's going where? Are you all going with each other, or are you all are you separating within the market?
I wanted to look for the sky skit actually, because that could come in handy later on.
I take it we'll just split up.
What were you looking for? The sky?
This guy's
The sky skit,
Oh, the sky skit.
yes.
That would be at the haversack.
Okay, so I'm going there, I guess.
I'll go with Ardero.
Okay. Edgar, where are you going?
Yes. Was it Emo Boys Unite? I'll go with Torval.
Okay.
Remove me the griffin head, by the way, from the party sheet.
Yeah, that's all good.
Um,
Torval and Edgar, as you make your way towards the Haversack Generosities, you eventually come across a group of people that seem dressed in these weird looking grey leather armors. As on their back, you notice a rat's hat. It's been inscribed in black in it. Although you recognize the symbol and the outfit, these are the Grey Renegades. As somehow they are currently making themselves known within this fort.
What were the outfits like again?
They are grey leather armors with a black red hat on the back.
A armor with a red.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you.
Eventually, you come
Okay.
into the Haversack Generosities. As you see the I forgot the race name. The Fire Genasi, as well as the Tiefling owners of the fine establishment. It's quite busy today. As in, there's people here that make it feel more bustling than usual. So just needing a disguise kit doesn't take too long, and you'll eventually find one and buy one.
How much gold is the disguise kit?
25 gold pieces.
Oh, we can take that off the party sheet, right? Because all my gold is in the party sheet.
I mean, I suppose we like paying out wages later on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Items. It's here. Yeah, this guy. I can just slide it in my inventory, right?
Yes.
Drag it. I mean, yeah, okay.
And then just not import, but the other one.
Yeah, the
Drag
manual
and,
thing.
yeah, the drag and drop.
Yeah,
25 you
drag
said,
and
right?
drop.
Yeah.
25 gold.
25 gold pieces, yes.
I mark that down.
Do I have it? Yes, I have.
Edgar, as you're standing in the Haversack Generosities, in the corner of your eye, you catch that someone's trying to take something from the store, but you can't quite make out what it is.
As in they're trying to steal it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The person who tries to steal it is about 4'9", seems about the age of 14, and is really fucking skinny. So completely cloaked and clothed, they try to scurry off as you seem to be eyeing him. As eventually they run out of the store.
As in like literally run out of the store?
Literally
Or-
run out.
Okay, I'll chase him.
Okay.
Fuck it.
You start running after the person, the child that's running off, as the child turns a sharp right into the square towards the Temple of Saloon. As you start following, you notice that he's going through somewhat of a crowd. Could you give me an acrobatics check in order to not
Ooh.
slow down through the crowd?
Sure. Yay.
Nice.
That's more like it.
As your agile self, you start to run and dodge people as you keep an eye out on this child running through. Eventually, the child dashes into an alleyway, past a few of the somewhat more expensive houses, as he slides underneath a bit of barrels, crates, and some wooden planes laid out on it. As he then disappears into what seems to be something behind it. Could you give me either a dexterity save or an acrobatics check to see if you can make it over that barricade?
Do a dex save if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
As you take the sharp turn, you see the child slide underneath this barricade as you try to make your way over it, narrowly avoiding getting caught on one of the nails that's been pulled out of the one of the wooden planes. As you stand now on an edge, you see down into what seems to be the sewers, as this part of the alleyway is slightly open.
I guess I'm committed now. I'll continue heading after them.
Okay. As you drop down, you notice that a platform about 10 feet below the entrance of this sewage is laid out for someone or people to land on, and then dash off to the next platform. As you notice that it's going about 30 feet deep, reaching the bottom, you look around and it's pitch black. Do you have dark vision?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
No, you don't.
I do, because of a thing that I got.
It's a Gloomstalker thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Umbral sight. At 3rd level, I gain dark vision out of range of 60 feet.
Nice. As you look around, you see slight shades of grey to the bit of sunlight that's still coming down. And as you look to one of the sides that this sewer is leading to, in the distance you can see a faint glow. It seems to be that of a torch. After about 30 feet of walking in the direction, you can see that it splits off into 2 ways. I do need you to make a survival check to see if you can find the tracks of the child.
Oh, okay. I have doubts about this one. Yeah, there we go.
As you come to the intersection, you look around for any clues. As you notice that you have lost the tracks. So you have found a way into the sewers.
I can't hear, like, I'm guessing we're standing in, like, sewer water.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
nice.
unable to hear any, like, sploshing or anything.
There seems to be a lot of room, like a slight noise filling the entire chamber, as if multiple people are down here and trying to focus yourself on any splashing. I do need you to make a perception check with disadvantage.
Quick question: am I following him, or am I just still derping in the shop? Like I'm looking at the spice kit. I look around and he's just gone.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it
Mhm.
works.
Okay, nice. I'm just really confused at the moment. Like, wait, where is he?
So perception with disadvantage.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Damn it.
You try to focus as somehow you hear shouting coming from above, echoing through the sewers. Seems to be a someone shouting
screaming
for
your name.
someone is shouting for either a husband or a child, as you hear a woman's voice. What's your armor class?
Oh, I don't like that. Got an AC of 38. AC of 15.
Okay, could you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Fuck. On saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we like those.
Nice.
Okay. As you feel a piercing pain in the back of your neck, you quickly turn around and nothing's there.
Was it a singular, like piercing pain, or were there like two
Multiple.
sort of?
No, it's multiple.
Oh. Ow.
Rip.
And there's nothing there.
And there's nothing there.
Okay. I'm going to. So you said that I could hear voices above me.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any like, I guess, sewer drain or something that I'll be able to leave from where I am currently?
None in the vicinity. It's probably an echo coming from where you went or where you were.
Okay, then I guess I would head back the way I came, whilst keeping like very aware of my surroundings.
Okay. You make your way back, and I do need you to make an acrobatics check to climb back up.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, another Constitution save. Like, does it only work once, the poison?
As you start a running leap up to the first platform, you continue on, making eventually yourself back in the alley.
Ooh. And I guess I'll slowly plod back to Havsack's generosities.
Okay.
So hopefully Torval just still there looking at random
I'm
things.
still looking around the shop. I didn't notice he was gone.
As you make your way back, you eventually stand in front or come to Haversack Generosities. As you see Torval exiting the shop.
Kind of smell.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
So to catch you up on what just happened, I saw a kid like run out of the store. I think they nicked something. Chase them for a bit, mainly to just tell them that their technique was poor and that they were very visible. But they sort of led me to a sewer system, which, between the likes of you and I think could be a way some people could either hide from, I don't know, maybe bounties on them, or it could be a way of how people can traverse without being seen.
That's a smart way to move around, since
Exactly.
it goes all under the city.
So, I like relate where this is, or I say where it is in the city to Torval, because I'm not sure where exactly it would be. Oh, I thank you.
Well,
You're
we
welcome.
can go back to it and then investigate from there if you want.
I'm happy to, although I'd like to also inform the others as well.
Yeah, that's also a good thing. So we
don't just disappear if we never leave.
Yeah,
You
we're
know?
gonna just tell a kid how shitty his technique is. If you steal shit, do it better.
Exactly.
I guess we go back and find the rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Kaim, you were making your way down towards the blacksmith,
Yes.
which is Uncle Peeve's smithy. As you open up the front door, you notice that his entire stock has doubled. You see multiple swords in different shapes, as well as glaives, halberds. There's a morning star, there's some flails, some smaller battle axes, as well as great axes and the like. As you move in, you can see the large bellows going up and down as the owner is pulling a chain in order to make it all work.
Need a hand with that.
Greetings again. What can I do you for?
I'm looking for some better armor.
What you got in mind?
I've been hearing of this spiked armor recently. I'd like to purchase that if you have any available.
Spiked armor, eh? Let me see if I have any. As he rummages through some of the older armor stands, as well as some of the boxes. Yeah, I can do you for. It's the last one, though. What it cost you?
How much?
150 gold pieces.
If you divide evenly what we got from the Griffin and the job before that, you have about 86 gold pieces in the party sheet for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I've taken pretty much my load anyway, so I can't afford that, so I'll just head off without saying a word.
Right. Anything else?
Nah, just leave.
Just heads up without a word. The guy is like, anything else?
Turns around on the spot, leaves.
Okay. Adara and Valeria, as you make your way down to Griffin's Magic Emporium, you notice that the lavish building, filled with colours on the outside, is not as bustling as the other buildings around. You notice that multiple people don't really care about magical items and wares. Upon entering the double doors to this lavish building, the first thing that you notice is that the water basin that was set in the center has completely disappeared, as two large displays on the sides of the building, of the interior of this building, now contain something else. On your entire right hand side, you see these two beautiful white feathered wings, about the size of that of a one of the dragons that you fought down in the Crystal Caves. On the other side, you notice that there's a large sarcophagus displayed with a depiction of a female with these unusual symbols. As you take a closer look, you notice that it starts slightly rumbling.
God.
In
The statue does?
The sarcophagus does.
Oh.
In the center, as you now get closer to it, you notice that above you is this large depiction, this large, somewhat ship that is just hovering in the center of this building. Though seemingly smaller in size, the closer you get, the larger it becomes. And the further away you go, the smaller it gets. Adara, you think that there's some sort of illusion on it to make it appear smaller when you are the further side of it. Though in reality, the ship itself is probably that or the size of a galleon.
Can I disbelieve the solution? The illusion? Like
Can
usually there's
you-
like an intelligence check towards like
Yes,
most...
could you give me an intelligence check?
Dang.
Guidance.
Ability check or saving throw?
Guidance is
Ability
an
check.
ability check. Actually, let me check.
I think I remember like it's an ability check. It was like saving throw is technically like a higher modifier for most things.
It's an investigation check, actually.
Which is intelligence.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
As you start to focus on the ship and knowing that it's an illusion, you peer through it as the size itself falls out to the size of that of a galleon. Though the peculiar thing of it is that there's this large ball-like thing attached above it with ropes and weird structures. As on the sides, these two wing-like things stretch out, each with a not a propeller, but think of it as jet engines, though inlaid with a white crystal.
But that's not inside the building, is it?
It's inside of the building.
Galleon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge ass building then.
Somehow the building on the inside reforms to the things that are put inside of it.
Oh.
As if the
Okay.
building is magical in nature.
Mhm. Yeah. Is the shopkeeper around?
As you look about, you wait for a few minutes, as eventually this dark-skinned man with his lavish and colorful clothes and strange face decals strut down from one of the staircases. Ah, friends! Welcome back. Ardero, was it?
Was.
And
Pleasure to be
the
back.
beloved Valeria, I recall.
Hello.
Fine memory you got there on your head.
Well, thank you. I see you were carousing around. Anything you would like?
Well, yeah. What do you have to offer?
Well, what in particularly are you looking for? As you can see, I have multiple things. I got a mummy sarcophagus, I've got a brilliant flying ship, as well as some pair of angel's wings.
Well, I'm looking for like small travel-sized minor upgrades for a just starting party of people that are traveling around the lands that might aid us.
I know
Major day
exactly what you want. Though it might cost you a bit, I hope you can afford it. It's this amazing, as he pulls out this weird-looking rope. That's usually rope comes in brown color. This one is in purple and pinks. And so he puts it down on the table. This, my dear boy, is a rope that leads you into a safe space wherever you are. If you just say the word, you can climb a bit and you'll be safe for the night.
So it's like rope trick, but like on an item.
Indeed it is.
Does it throw me out after an hour, or?
It is not. It is dispelled as the user sees fit.
How much is it?
750 gold pieces.
Okay. Well, as I just mentioned, it's like a starting adventure.
You want anything less, I recall. Let me peruse my inventory. So, do you need anything?
Pearls.
Let me see. I've got a few spell scrolls. Got a few potions of healing. Maybe a love potion.
I think I'm good with that.
I know, I can see. This might interest you. As he pulls out a brown with gold inlaid spell scroll holder. As he goes through it, this, my dear boy, is a scroll of scorching ray. I have another one that is a scroll of tiny hut. It's
Only one scroll.
they have only got one scroll of each in. Well,
Yeah, I'm
the inventory.
I'm not necessarily looking for scrolls, to be honest. I'm just.
The tiny hut could be good, though. It could be another resting place.
Well, I take it that the rope might be the better shot than that.
Yeah, if we put all of our money together, we could probably get the rope, and it might be worth it.
I don't want to make the decision without the others. But yeah, we are interested in the rope, but like for now, I cannot afford that. I have another question though. While I'm asking this, I'm casting detect thoughts silently. Subtle spelled detect thoughts, so he will not know that I've cast this. First and foremost, how far are you willing to go down on the price on that rope?
For you,
Given that we already brought we already bought like the potions of healing and all that, right? We're like returning customers. This might be an investment.
for you, let's say 500 gold pieces and a kiss.
What does he think?
You can't pierce through him. You physically, when you try to discern surface thoughts, you can hear Valerius. There's nothing from him.
Okay. Fair enough. Was worth it. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much. Also, I have this, and I produce the statue of a drake, the wooden statue of a drake that was given to me from the carnival people. Do you have any idea what this might be?
Well, a statue of a drake.
I can see and I can tell.
There's nothing magical about it. It is, however, crafted with magic, that is for sure. So,
It was given to me, and I was told that it might come in handy at some point, and I have no idea how that might work.
I could try to turn it into a statue of the drake, which allows you to, let's just say, summon a guard drake.
Oh, I see. I see.
So guard drakes are tricky and you need to tame them, as well as giving a scale of, well, whatever color drake you want.
Interesting. How much would that be if you were to do that?
Seeing that you will be a seemingly loyal customer, I would say 250 gold pieces. If you bring me the skill, that is. If you do not bring me a skill, I'm sad to announce that the price will be 1,000 gold pieces.
No, I think Drake skills are actually my forte.
Okay.
Is there anything? Oh yeah. Also, I'm just curious. The card that you gave us,
Mm-hmm.
it was magical.
Oh, was it now?
Oh yes.
How
What does
peculiar.
What does it do?
Well, sure you will find out by yourself. You're a smart lad anyways.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's a pleasure making business with you. I have to talk to my associates to wage or like to gauge what might be best in this situation. But you can be sure.
Wait. I think we should ask about the ship because that could be good for traveling.
The what?
The
Um,
boat.
Ship will be out of your price range. I am
But
certain.
how much? How much though?
25,000 pieces.
Okay. What about
One day
Actually, I
we'll
have
have a galleon.
Cool galleon, yeah.
Big bag on the table.
Do you want anything, Valeria?
Yeah, what about the wings?
Oh, the angel's wings are reserved for a customer.
What do they do though?
Well, they look nice.
Can you fly?
Decoration.
I am uncertain if they can still fly.
Okay. And what's in the sarcophagus?
Hopefully a mummy. Otherwise I'll have to get a new one. Such a drag getting those.
Yeah, haha, totally. Okay, I'm ready to go.
My Lady Valeria, my Lord Adero, it is, as always, a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure's all ours.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
And as you exit Griffin's Emporium, you eventually meet up with each other to exchange stories. Feel free.
Torval.
Yeah, Edgar, I think you should tell the story.
So, basically, I chased this thief for a bit, and then I found some access to these sewers. So I was thinking that thieves may be using these to like traverse, or those that don't want to be seen out in public could be using these to get over the town. I also got like stabbed with something. Valeria, could you please have a look for me?
Oh yeah.
I'll look at his wound.
Okay, could you give me a medicine check?
Certainly. Guidance. Always. It's free. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna
Nice.
say like frozen that one. I die in her arms.
It's been real.
As
Bye.
you start examining it, the bite mark itself looks to be that of a large rodent. Like,
Oh, you have the plague.
Oh, is that all?
Oh,
Don't worry, I can fix it.
No.
Kill the ice. How dare you?
I'm getting a strike against me.
Am I getting the plague?
He's invented the plague. Fuck.
I've actually
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I've actually noted it down. Start a plague.
No.
oh my god.
Oh, no.
Do you know how many people you just killed, Valeria? Do you know how many people you just killed?
The next time we come back here, the whole city's dead.
Don't get
Of
me
the plague.
started on that, because I have actually killed an entire town before.
Yup.
Okay, so the
I'm
story.
touching wood, so no one dies.
The bite itself is that of a large rodent. Though it seems that there's been some blood loss in Edgar's shoulder. Though doesn't seem that it's been a damaging blood loss.
Oh, I feel fine. So
Just
Are
splat.
we gonna be staying here overnight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I cast detect poison and disease on him.
There's a.
I think we should wait. We should go to the house before we do that. No,
Wait, weren't
where
Edgar
are we?
and I
Oh.
going to the sewers again, by the way, or
no, not yet.
is that just the whole?
It's like
Wait for
later.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
they
forgot
won't
to
be
remember.
going
I
anywhere.
can see Valeria cast a spell. I'm like not sure. Like, you're not supposed. You should cast spells.
Oh, sorry, I keep
In the city.
forgetting because in the
Yeah.
carnival I could just do
Oh
anything.
yeah, I can tell. Right. Yeah, let's go head back to your parents' place, Cam.
Yep.
Do you feel alright?
People want to see mother.
I feel perfectly fine.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
As you,
Guessing I do feel fine, right?
You do
Fabry?
feel- you do
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
as you eventually make your way back to the house of Kai, or at least the old barracks that is now the house, you notice that no one's home,
Oh.
though the fireplace is roaring. As you
Where are
sit
your
there.
parents?
No.
Okay.
Just make yourselves at home.
Hi, Boyd. Can you hear us?
Can't hear you.
Oh,
You
so
you
glad you're
muted.
back.
It took so fucking long. I'm so sorry.
It's
That's
alright.
fine.
Shall I do all the checks on Edgar now?
Mhm.
Okay. So poison and disease first.
No hits.
No, seems fine. Okay. And then can I? Do I have to use a medicine check to heal somebody, or can I? Do I use cure wounds, or can I just heal somebody?
This would be
medicine check.
just putting a bandage on it, because there's no
Okay.
actual hit point loss.
Aw.
Okay.
Well, Crystal as well.
Yeah, I'll do that then. A medicine check.
No, with the previous medicine check, you know exactly what you have to do.
Okay, perfect. Yep, just patch him up.
There you go. You'll be fine. It wasn't really the plague. I was just joking.
Oh, well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Thank you.
We've got an interesting proposition for everyone. We currently have about 500 gold in our party backpack. I mean, I just took something out. But there would be an item that we could acquire from the Griffin's Magical Emporium, which could be very, very valuable in our travels. It would be a rope that would be like more or less casting rope trick, which would provide us with extra dimensional space where we could rest and not be disturbed no matter what. like a free resting site wherever we are, whenever we want it. There, like in theory, we could use this to like completely disengage from like any encounter we have whatsoever, and then heal up and then jump out again. This could provide like, this could be very, very, very useful. The cost would be 500 gold pieces and a kiss, I guess. How does everyone feel about that? Also, who took the 75 out of the party buff?
I took some because of I looked at the armor that I wanted. I guess it was too much because it was the last one. So.
Plus, I took the 25 for the disguise kit.
Did you take that out mechanically? Like, cause I took a 25 for that.
Yeah, from the party.
You took that out.
Yeah.
I told you I already did that. Okay.
Oh no, you meant like you took it out. I didn't, but like in the meaning of I.
Okay.
Otherwise took it out of the party thing. Just confused.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry.
What does everyone think about that?
I think it's worth putting our money together to get something that will help us in longer fights.
How much money do we have, by the way, at the moment?
Well, we now have 438 in there, and that is after we gave after Kame took 75, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you put that back, then that would be enough.
I mean, is it like it's up to everyone? Everyone gets a vote. If it's not unanimous, everyone just gets the gold.
I'm fine with it.
I'm happy with it.
I mean, Edgar, do you have any input on that? Do you think it's worth that money, given your experiences with fighting and?
Well, I have no objection to it. I feel it'd be a wise decision, again, because this could benefit us greatly in the long run.
Would this allow us to do like downtime activity instead of like keeping watch? Because we could just like always go in that thing.
We could have like a long rest even if we're somewhere that's unsafe.
Exactly.
Get some spell slots back, just in case I can't heal everybody all the time.
Do you know if it's only used for the single person or for the entire group?
I think it's entire group, if I understand correctly. Like if it's anything like the spell, anyone can climb up the rope, and then you're like in extra space, and after that you can pull up the rope and no one can come in anymore. Like in theory, it's like really, really powerful as far as I understand it. If you can just use it like once a day or whatever. I would obviously have to like ask about how often you can use it, and I would want to test how fast you can use it, depending like if it's like 3 actions or whatever. It takes like 20 seconds to do so, like that stuff. But after that, seems like a good item depending on that. I just wanted to let you guys know if you would want to have something like that for the party. I personally argue it might become in very, very much handy, given it's like safe traveling, no nightly encounters, and also like a potential rest in a very, very crowded or like dangerous area.
I agree, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna think it all through.
Yeah, of course. Take your time. It would be like the bounty of the Griffin we just got, more or less.
I mean, if people have enough in their personal, we could all just put in like 20, and then we could buy it there that way.
I have nothing in my personal at the moment.
Yeah,
Everything I got, I or spend on the potion. The last time we were here, or it's just in the party.
No, good. I mean, I could also put like some from my personal in there. It's fine. It's just like something that we have to like think about as a group, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about that thief stuff? Do you think, like, do you want to investigate the sewers?
I
My
do
theory
kind of
is
Edgar's still down, but
my current theory is this might lead us to the Thieves Guild.
Yeah,
Mm.
that seems like a, given what you described, very
plus
reasonable
maybe we
assumption.
find something else, like
Missing children.
Exactly.
maybe like it was a child that. Oh,
It's a different
Well,
area.
the missing children is like a completely different city.
Yeah.
No.
How are
yeah,
they?
but how do we know it's not also happening here? Like it happened in Dwyward, and now
Yeah, I
in
mean,
Swamp
but like,
Bay, so it could
there's
also
no
be
bounty
happening
for
here.
that one.
They also must be getting them around somehow.
Plus, if there's is a way to maybe find Thieves Guild, I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean, we could just rest up. It's currently like still like afternoon, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I also think it would be maybe worth a shot to like try and talk to Miguel again. Miguel.
we can split up in teams maybe.
I don't think you
Like-
should explore the sewers on your own.
I'm not saying doing it alone, so I'm saying like a group goes to speak to.
We'll wait until my parents come back.
Yeah, like my guess would be like my proposition would be we go now to like Miguel is like a group of 3. You guys chill here. We wait the evening, we rest up, and then we all together head down to the sewers.
That's good to me.
Dilanas, you've been spotted probably by Miguel, so I'd once again argue you don't join us for that.
Yep, that's fine.
Does anyone else want to join that hasn't been there before? Anyone fancy a trip to the Noble Sword? Probably.
I
wanna
fancy
chill.
it. Trip.
Yeah,
I
okay.
want to chill.
I'll come because of the whole cult thing.
I mean, you might as well
Oh.
like check out the church again.
I
Yeah.
will chill as well back home.
Then I would cast thingy again, disguise self,
Mhm.
using a spell slot. So to disguise the maybe we leave the staff.
Okay.
If he can see through illusions, then he sees the staff, and then he's completely warded against, like warned.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
People are
We all-
staying here anyway, so
Yeah, we also leave the egg.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I Griffin said it's a sending stone, but I don't know. Is there a way to like put trackers or whatever like on items? Maybe we also like from now on leave the stone that Miguel gave us here. Instead
It's a
of-
safe bet just to leave it here anyway,
Yeah.
because
Also, just in case, I'm just gonna use it once again, and I'm gonna like send to. I'm sending a message. Palanthus, this is Adero. If you can hear this, please contact me.
You should roll me a D100, please. After you saying that, a voice returns to you. Yes, who's this? I don't know where I am, but something's with me. If you get this, try and reach Ravoksan family. And
It's rather fortunate. I take it that the Ravoksan family will be in Noble Sword as well. I relay what I just heard to the party.
Wasn't that the family that had the bounty on the Griffin?
Yep.
Hmm.
It's very fortunate, like for multiple reasons. I take
Indeed.
it they are like a Noble Sword. Okay. Yeah, let's do like
I'd say
few
we
things
wait
on the go.
until all of us are ready to. You go speak to Miguel, and once you've done that, and we've talked to Time's parents, we'll just go and talk to the family.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. So, heading out. I even though we don't have the stuff with me, I'm casting Disguise Self on me.
Okay.
Just, getting rid of like the horns and slightly like changing my face.
Okay. Which location were you going to?
To the gate.
To the gate. Like the castle
Well,
proper.
Yeah, to like speak to Miguel.
As you make your way through the city, you eventually come to the noble's ward as you notice that in front of the Icebreaker Guild, a crowd is slightly gathered as a young man with a scrappy beard and his hair combed back shouts from a parchment. Something you can just barely hear, but somehow his voice is echoing and booming through the crowd. As you hear ye, Miguel officially sacked from council due to suspicion of treason and helping. Is helping the right word? Yeah. And helping said Minotaur offensives. Hear ye, Miguel, now enemy number 1 of the state. Thank you.
Motherfucker.
There you go.
Got
That
it.
ended things quite
Just
quickly.
sweeps my plan. Is the Icebreaker Guild, are those the Ravexans?
No, they are independent. Kind from what you remember is that the Ravexan family had a seat on the War Council, as had your father.
Yeah. So it would be done in the Icebreakers
Yeah.
Guild.
So our information we just got is more or less worthless now. I mean, maybe not.
We can still find them. We could go to the house and see if there's any clues.
I highly doubt we'll get into. I mean, that's probably suicide now. Never mind. Never mind.
What were you going to say?
Could try to disguise myself as like a guard and just walk into like the.
Yeah,
I could disguise myself as
magic.
anybody.
I need to lucky you. I need to craft an outfit.
Oh, I have a spell. I could just disguise myself.
I need to
as like a guard.
craft it.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do it. Fuck it. See what happens.
You could be Palanthus. You could be Miguel. You could be anybody.
I'm not gonna be
I
Miguel.
don't think
Miguel.
I don't
One
think-
state enemy.
No one say enemy, and then if you get seen around me, we're both fucked.
Well, you're not.
You might have
there.
missed
We're
that.
not here.
You might have missed that. The
Oh,
war
yeah.
currently between
Oh,
the
yeah.
Evia and the Minotaurs are in a ceasefire.
Oh, okay, I did miss that then. Thank you. Never mind.
Wasn't
then.
the
And you're
period
not-
you were-
We're not with them. We're in Gaim's house.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Yeah, shit. Never mind.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah, but because who is with us at the moment? Because I know I went with Point.
I think it's
Did
just
someone
us
else go,
three.
or
yes.
It's us
Okay.
three.
I want to go through the gate.
Mhm.
And I
Which
wanna
seems to
have-
be open.
And just walk in.
wait.
There are
Wait,
guards, but the gate is open.
Oh, I just want to say like
Like
It's-
to the high, like to the
to the nobles, right?
no,
Like this-
the next one, like the next one up.
Oh,
like, I would
we're already-
find Palanthus.
The castle proper gates are open. Though there
Can I
is
just walk
there,
in?
there are guards.
Okay, I'm just walking up. I'm like acting as if it was like the most normal thing ever. I'm just walking through, greeting guards, and just continue walking in.
Excuse me,
Don't
sir.
be
Can I help you?
Be suspicious.
Yeah. I don't know if you recall. I don't know if this was saying with someone else, but we have been trying to talk to Palanthus. He's been missing, and we have uncovered ever since some of the treachery that Miguel has been doing, and we're currently investigating the disappearance of Palanthus, as well as the involvement of Miguel.
Yeah, so it turns out that Miguel is the person who actually stole the staff from the temple, as well as trying to hand it to the Minotaurs. Palanthus still hasn't returned, and we are have suspicion that Miguel is behind that also.
Yes, I can actually confirm that for multiple reasons, which is like why we're still like investigating that.
Can we talk to someone a bit higher up? Because we have some information.
And we would like to request to see the chambers of Miguel.
I would like to speak to a manager.
Wait, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is the kind like I have this an associate of mine is this captain of the Royal Guard. Is he like the Royal Guard captain of this city or just some
of the Royal Guard of Dahevia?
Like
you also know of the Lord Revixen, as he is the main benefactor for any bounty hunter in the city.
Yeah, so like instead of the manager, I'm just gonna ask for the captain. Is the captain here at the moment? Your captain.
He is, and seeing that you have information, please wait here.
Thank you.
As he turns around and walks off. After about 25 minutes of waiting,
oh, Jesus.
the guard comes back. Right, so
he's not here.
Currently, the captain is indisposed. Yet, he can schedule an appointment in for tomorrow morning. That being said, if you have indeed valuable information, so how do we know that we can trust you?
Given the fact that we just said that we want to speak with the captain, and we were still here upon your return, do you not think that that would be like a very, very high risk, low reward gamble of us to do?
Make a persuasion check.
Easy.
Guidance. Very subtly touching his back.
Make a stealth check.
No.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, do you do it? The stealth check or like?
Pretty sad I'm going to do it now. And I ain't no quitter.
God damn.
I should have quit.
Okay, so he noticed that you were casting something on Ardero.
Or one extra, thanks.
You're welcome.
You have a good point there. Alright, I'll schedule you in for tomorrow morning. How about just before noon?
Thank you. Are we allowed to see the room of Miguel?
You'll have to take that up with the captain.
Fair
What
enough.
is the captain indisposed with? Because this is like life or death of Palanthus, and isn't that the most pressing matter at the moment?
Currently, the most pressing matter is to find the daughter of the queen,
Oh,
as she is currently was playing hide and seek within the gardens.
we could help with that.
Our best men are on the job, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Fair enough.
That was kind of sexist, but okay.
Once again, I understand that finding the daughter's queen,
The queen's daughter.
is very important, but our matter is pressing as well. We already have some information upon Palanthus. We have established contact to him, magical ways.
You
It
have
might
meaning
be
of
very, very-
contact.
Do you know ascending as a spell?
He looks blank.
This is why I wanted to talk
See,
to
and-
the captain.
see,
We'll
and-
just
and-
come back tomorrow.
And this is why it's important that we go into the room right now to see if there's other magical means to contact Palanthus and to potentially aid him. There's a chance that he's in an extra-dimensional space, trapped in the room of Miguel, and you wouldn't know, looking personally at the guard, and guess whose head would be for that, if that would be uncovered. Trying to be like very, very intimidating here right now.
Make an intimidation check.
Is guidance still on me? Or is it only for one
There's
check?
There's one check.
Okay.
Nope. I can press you into the morning. Like, how about daybreak?
Thanks. Much obliged. You're a good soldier. I salute him.
Gross.
Okay.
Have a good one. Bye.
And
I guess
as
we go
you
back to the inn. Yeah.
as you walk, you were going to the inn.
Do you want to go anywhere else?
Home to Kane's parents.
Okay.
Just about the end.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
As you make your way back to Kaim's house, you relay the information of the early morning meeting, as we will be going for a break.
Yay.
Hey.
So let's say 15 minutes.
Oh,
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching so far. Stay tuned. We will be back in 15 minutes with the second half of this episode. Stay tuned. Enjoy the music. And we will be back in a bit. Thank you, and see you soon.
So
They could make
Hello and welcome back, everyone, as we are ready to continue our second episode, even though we had a long-lasting discussion about films, apparently.
Yes.
about toads.
About... Did you say toads
No.
or toes?
Toads.
Toads.
Toes. Please no. Please no. As we left it, I believe Void still has Wi-Fi issues.
yeah, they're
Yes.
struggling to connect to the Discord
Yeah.
because of RTC or something.
Which is
connect.
annoying, to say the least. Matty is still here, hopefully.
Yup.
Just quiet.
Oh yes, he is.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Just
Can you do a bit of ASMR for us, Matty?
Yeah.
Please no.
please.
Of course.
No,
please.
no, no,
Oh
no,
yes.
no. Oh no.
I've got a
As you-
pizza here. Oh.
What?
Can we hear you munch on it?
That's porn. You're thinking of porn. They're different. Got a pizza here.
Mm.
Sorry.
No, Hannah,
Recap.
no.
That's what he just said.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but it pops into my head, so don't, please.
Ah yes.
So anyway.
Anyway.
Multiple combination. It's so easy.
It's so easy. It's so easy to derail me. I almost said something
derail you.
else.
Yeah, I went there too.
Yes.
I heard.
Bonk.
As you make your way back from the castle proper to Kaim's house, you set upon yourself to, I assume, take a long rest once again.
Yep.
Yep.
As the night passes, you are sleeping in a fine bed after a few days of traveling again.
Nice.
As come morning, you were or have an appointment with the captain of the Royal Guard.
Do you know the captain's name?
Yes.
Torval does.
I do, yeah. I have no idea how to pronounce him though.
Cassius Mikianus.
Cassius.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would have relayed everything to Kaim, and I guess Kaim, it would be best for you to join as well, given your stature of the family. Did his parents return?
Oh yeah, overnight they did return.
Did we talk to them?
Not yet.
Can we do it before we go there, or would we be late?
Yes, no, you will be able to do that.
Okay.
As the father usually is awake early.
Why is
Fine.
that funny?
I got that.
Stop hitting on the mum.
I'm not.
Never.
So you're saying she's still in the bedroom alone?
Yes, I am saying that.
Well, good morning.
Morning.
We've heard some news about Mikkel being cast away from the council. I take it you've been familiar with him?
I've spoken to Miguel once or twice.
Mhm.
Can't really say I'm acquainted.
We have uncovered this information on our
Yeah,
travels
we
as
went.
well.
We went to the ruins.
Yeah. While he says this, I'm like solemnly casting detect thoughts. I really want to see like what he thinks.
Okay, in the surface here, thoughts that you, after Paim says we went to the ruins, you hear, by the grace of Lucis, this boy is the dumbest one we've spawned yet.
I
Mhm.
smirk.
Oof.
Well, you don't know
Yeah.
that.
We found him. We found Miguel there.
Interesting.
He hasn't spotted us though. He's only spotted the big red fella pointing at the monitor. He teleported away afterwards. We stopped a ritual
Mhm.
and we uncovered the staff that was stolen, which like was like said that he gave it to the red minotaurs for some reason. He planned something probably even more vile or wicked than that. He was doing something with the cult of Ames or whatever, like the Unchained Lord, Chained Lord. What does he think when I say that?
When you say that, the first thought that comes to mind is, interesting. After you continue, he goes on. Guess someone has to try and see the gods out.
No, I say to him, and Valeria's been chosen as a champion, and for the Blue Moon herself.
Are you certain?
What does he think?
She spoke to us.
I show him the staff.
Okay. The thoughts that you pick up, Ardero, is faith will be in turmoil. Interesting. As he looks at the staff. Better keep that safe.
I will,
We'll try our
sir.
best, yeah. We have an appointment with the captain of the Royal Guard, as I understand it. And we are going to try to seek out the head family thingy. What was the name again? The one that Palanthus named? The family of the guild?
Ravixen.
Ravixen, yeah, and we're going to like try to like seek out Ravixens in any way or form. Because Palanthus told us that we should contact them. We got a sending spell through to him. He doesn't know where he is right now, but we're trying to uncover him. Could you in any way or form help us to talk to the Ravixens?
I could set up a meeting.
That would be much obliged. Do you have any tips, maybe, if or how much information we should give the captain of the Royal Guard?
A tip, boy. Say, sir, thank you, and please.
As you might be able to tell right now due to our conversation, I'm well-mannered when it comes to that, and I can speak to people with authority. I was more meaning in like, you seem to be of great knowledge when it comes to affairs of the court, affairs of intrigue, and whatever like else is going on here. And I was asking if you had some insight on like whom to trust and how much to trust said person with all that information that we have uncovered now, because as you probably know, this is quite a big deal, and we wouldn't want to hand that to the wrong people.
You say menace, yet you haven't said sir, please, or thank you once in this conversation.
I haven't asked you of anything yet, sir.
Now that you have eventually found your menace, Lord Mithras Ravixen is a trustworthy fellow. Someone who's not easily persuaded, intimidated, or bribed. He tends to not keep secrets, but keep other people's secrets safe. It is why he is designated Lord to handle any and every bounty.
What about the Royal Guard's captain?
Captain Cassius is an ex-bounty hunter that found himself in the graces of Queen, and thus found his way as captain of the Royal Guard. He is well respected.
Do you personally trust him, sir?
I do.
Do you think, given the current state of religion in this country here and the current state of Amos cult, that the information of a chosen one and or the black egg being rather kept secret over shared to other people?
I would keep the black egg hidden from public knowledge. Yet a chosen or champion from the true gods might benefit the people, depending on how and who you bring it to first. So, seeming that people have followed false god for too long, and turmoil within the church has started. Think one with any power to be or to cast and create a miracle would be able to bring back faith.
Thank you for your wisdom and your guidance, sir.
Now get out of my face.
Can you make me like a perception check if you could detect the underlying irony or sarcasm?
Oh, there is. This man gives you so much sass.
Do we have any better equipment?
What does he think?
Yes. There's just a yes.
Let's see if you're worth it.
Can I perhaps can I take it, please?
Ask me that another day.
Very well. Where would this stuff be?
Locked up in the armory, of course. Don't be silly, boy. And he waves you off.
Thank you for your efforts of trying to inquire a meeting with the Roxans. Have a good day, sir.
Just a slight nod towards you.
Bring him first.
And I make a backhand statement and tell father to behave.
So, time quick for you and the family that you belong to.
Yep.
There's a long line of dueling for something you have to or have rights to.
Yep.
There's a long-lasting rivalry within the family, and you can only get what you were worth through a one-on-one combat with anyone who has a higher training than you.
Okay, that's sick.
It's never a duel to the death, but always to first blood.
I just stole the cat.
So I can literally challenge my dad.
Your dad, your mother, anyone
kind
that lives inside of the house.
Don't be
Who's in the
foolish,
house?
my boy.
Who's in the house at this point?
At this point, only your mum and your father. The rest are out.
Can I challenge my dad?
You certainly can.
I go up to him and I'd say, you know how it goes. I challenge you for the access or better equipment.
He looks up at you, and for the first time in a long while, you see him smile. A week from now.
Time.
I go, oh, must it be that long?
And I can tell what he's thinking. Don't be patient, no boy.
What you hear in his thoughts, Ardero, is he finally got the courage.
It probably ran out, but thank you.
As your father produces a coin. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Let me roll a d2 to see if it's heads or tails. One is heads, two is tails. A week from now it is.
Very well. Right, I turn and we leave.
Yep, let's go to the guard guy.
Okay. As you make your way through the nobles' wards, you notice that no one is currently walking through the streets. You can see slight figures, though, in some of the dark corners.
Still very early, so I guess some people are still sleeping.
As you eventually come to the castle proper gates, Portcullis is closed. However, you see two guards standing in front of it. One of which you recognize, Ardero, Valeria, and Torval from last night.
I already want to ask.
Good day, sir.
Ah, you made
Yes,
it.
us again.
Right, okay. Follow me. As he opens a stone door in the side of this gate, the wall of the gate, as he leads you through what seems to be a hidden passage into the castle proper. The castle proper itself is large and filled with a few buildings. There's a small temple-like church that depicts several different gods on the left-hand side when you enter, as a large fountain is set in the middle of the castle of this courtyard. Two buildings stand to the back of the walls, as the largest one is clearly the palace, as the other one is a large, seems to be barracks, consisting of 3 stories high, as the top floor is somewhat open, as the roof itself is held aloft by these wooden beams. You recognize some of the creatures that are walking through it or stabled inside, as you notice griffins are stabled within the 3rd floor of the barracks. A small archery range is set to the side, close to the barracks, as the guardsman is leading you into the castle, or towards the palace. As soon as the doors open to the palace, you come into this beautiful large foyer in the inner courtyard. As you notice, a lush garden is set out with multiple different flowers and trees and bushes. One of the flowers that you notice immediately is a flower that hovers just above the bush it grows on. Its purple and blue leaves contrast each other perfectly as a yellow stalk pokes out of the bush to help hold the flower aloft.
Do you know anything about that?
You do not.
Could I do any check to this?
It would be nature.
Well, that sucks. Sure.
You've never seen this plant before. This is something exotic.
It's a very beautiful plant you got there, talking to the god that like walks us. Do you know anything about it?
Only that it's from somewhere south. Not really sure where from. Don't really care.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
And as he leads you through this garden, he brings you into another set of double doors that is now inlaid with golden relief. And as the doors open, a large open hallway leads up to a balcony. As he just turns to the right into a small antechamber. Right, okay, wait here. I'll be seeing if the captain is, well, expecting your arrival.
Thank you for your service.
As he walks off, you notice that a few guardsmen as well as handmaidens are walking through the palace as you suddenly hear giggling out in the distance. As you look into the large hallway, you can see two children running across. As I have to get my notes. As a somewhat larger girl, you estimate about roughly the age of 18, runs after them in a hurry, as suddenly about 5 to 6 handmaidens try to follow her, as all of you pick up, Lady Sunna, please stop, Lady Sunna, let the children play.
Recognize one of the smaller children as like the boy that fetched Mikhail for us.
No.
Okay.
As after,
Do we know which one's the princess?
seems to be that they all look royal.
Okay.
So the woman of the that looks 18 has somewhat more decals on her dress, on her clothing, seeming that she is of higher standards.
Do we know who Lady Senna is? Just in the heraldry? Nothing at all?
Okay, roll me. Is every one of you from the heavier capital? I think so. Except for Delanas.
I don't really know where I'm from.
Can't really remember if Edgar is from the capital or not.
I mean, the orphanage was here, I guess.
I don't believe I'm from the capital.
Okay, so Kaim, Torval, Ardera, and Valyria. You know that the queen herself is called Rosaria. The king currently has passed away, and the eldest daughter of the queen is called. Now I'll have to find my notes on that. So I do have them somewhere.
How old is the queen?
Let me.
Sometimes the best way is to get in their social circles.
The queen currently the queen is about 35 years old.
Oh,
okay.
And the daughter's 18.
That's Lady Sunna, but she is not the daughter.
Oh.
Lady Sanna.
Sorry, it's Lenora. Rosaria Rosaria is the daughter,
Oh,
and Leonora Victoria Elizabeth III of House Darhev is the queen.
oh yeah, I was there in that stream when we made that up.
It is the reason that the character called Sana is chubby. Is that what you said?
Boy, you fucking dickhead.
No, but she's obnoxious. No kidding. Son, I love you.
You evil cunt. Luckily, she's lurking and not here right now.
Oh,
Yeah. That German tact.
You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna go tell her.
I'm okay
Hi,
with that.
friends. Okay, hang on.
Okay, so Lenora's the queen.
Lenora is the queen.
Rosaria is the oldest daughter.
Yes.
Then Sana.
That's the daughter of another house.
Oh, okay. Cool. She's just like visiting.
Yes.
And then the two younger kids, are they wearing decals or not? Or do we know who they are?
They seem to be wearing some sort of nobility's decals.
Okay.
One of which was from one of the houses within the city, which is from the Clark family. CLRKE. And the other one you just missed.
Is the guard still there or is he gone now?
The guard is just returning.
Okay.
Did you ever find the missing daughter of the house, by the way?
Oh, yeah. Turned out she was just playing hide and seek within the garden, and no one seemed to have looked underneath the flower you just saw.
Oh, but your best men were on it, though, right?
Yeah.
What was her name?
Rosaria.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you found her in the end.
We are too. You might need new scouts.
Well, we're here if you're looking.
Okay. Well, follow me. He is expecting you. And as you, as he leads you on towards the captain's quarters, you see this beautiful noble, or not noble, this beautiful outlaid, office-like setting. You notice that there's no armor stands anywhere, as this metal figure with blue piercing eyes and no physical form to any flesh sits behind a desk writing stuff down, as a metallic voice looms out.
Oh my god.
Ah, you are here. Welcome. Name's Cassius Mikianus.
Hello, Cassius. Thank you for having us.
Great to see you again. Yes.
Good to see you.
Well, good sir.
I heard
we are a
you
group
had
of people.
information.
Yes, it's regarding Miguel and Palanthus. We have been sent by someone called Aldorf, if you know them, a long lost friend, or like a long friend of Palanthus,
I have heard
to
of
seek him. Yeah, and we have only met Miguel, sadly, instead of him. And he told us that he doesn't know where he is, but he gave us a sending stone that is apparently going directly to Palanthus. Most of the times we've tried so far, nothing came back. But just now, like yesterday, when I tried it, Palanthus answered and told us that he doesn't know where he is. He fears that there's something else with him, and that we should seek. Again,
The
Rovoxan family, exactly that one. Yeah. And also at the same time, we have found Miguel conducting cult-like behavior with a cult that serves or tries to unchain aims. While I'm speaking that, I'm casting Detect Thoughts once again, like with my subtle spell. So to see what he thinks once I say cult, unchained, aims, whatever thingy.
Okay. The first thing you do notice about Captain Cassius, his mouth does not move when he speaks. There's just a voice coming out.
That's so cool.
I thought Cassius was non-binary.
No, Cassius isn't.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Well, do I know what they're thinking?
Not again.
Thank you. Just hidden nerfs all my spells. Okay, fair enough.
A cult, you say?
Yes, we've encountered them multiple times, which is why we have come in contact with Aldworth in the first place. They're trying to set up rituals and they're trying to unchain aims, which is also why you can see now on the night sky these two red eyes or stars instead of other symbols. It's their doing. There's mist. I don't know if you or you people have encountered any of that, but we're currently trying to investigate that and trying to get to the bottom of it and potentially stop it because it seems rather evil.
Red stars, no wonder my scouts have issues. Anyway, I do know about the gods, as everyone knows about them. Yet they... just mere beings. However, seeing that there's another cult on the rise, so you say, as long as you do not have any evidence that you can provide us, you cannot set an investigation. Yet I do want to know more.
Evidence. For example, I can show you multiple items that we've acquired while encountering said cult. For example, the first time I encountered them, it was a traveling carnival, and they have had 10 spikes marked with the symbol of aims, reducing the 10th spike that I have with the symbol. Also, at the same time,
I brandish a pendant.
we have pendants of people that we killed. We have, I can show you images through my magic of people that I killed or like that we killed, that we disposed. We have met with great beasts so far. We have freed a mine of underdrake wormlings, whatever thingies, that were also connected to that. Due to that, we have encountered and talked and befriended Amethyst Sapphire Drake. That after that deed gave us one of his horns. We have quite a bit of evidence, including one of their artifacts, one of their things that they try to protect.
And this egg that does mist.
Well, I meant the act. I didn't want to talk about that stuff.
Oh, retcon.
We don't carry it with us. We don't carry the artifact with us. It is nudging towards pain. Yeah, it is a safe place due to the fact that we didn't want to, carry weird things around in the city. And also,
if you said that before the break, we can retcon it. I knew it was the staff.
I know that they left the staff and the egg behind.
Yeah, we left both behind. And we also said, we didn't want to talk about the stuff, yeah.
You notice that he looks around. Let's talk somewhere more private. As he gets up from his desk and walks into a back room.
Also, one more thing that you might want to investigate in your guards itself. There is a family that heavily supports that cult.
As he just puts a finger before his mouth.
Okay.
And opens the door towards this back chamber.
I guess we go in.
Yeah.
I need you all to make a wisdom save.
Ooh.
Throw, you said?
Wisdom save.
Wait, save.
Yeah.
Saving throw, yes.
Nearly a nat one. Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
So
Everyone
wise.
but Ardero.
I'm missing Edgar.
I don't know if Matty's still here.
Sorry,
Oh.
I just realised I unmuted the wrong mic.
Nice.
You
Oh, no.
Okay.
Get fucked, Foing.
Everyone but Torval, Edgar, and Valeria, you feel compelled to speak the truth.
Speaking the truth so far. So.
The rest of you, you know that there's a spell in this room that compels others to speak, or anyone to speak the truth. A second spell.
I know that, right?
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Okay.
A second spell that is intertwined to the the zone of truth, is a silence area outside of the area that you're in,
So no one hears us.
so no one hears you.
Well, I can tell you that the Zone of Truth was necessary. If you'd like to, I can repeat just everything.
It
that
is
said
just
now.
It's just a precaution.
I figured that, but yeah.
The
Very, very
walls
important
have
note as well.
eyes and ears in this palace, sadly, as there's still, well, not only spies from Minotaurs as he looks at Delanus, there's also people within the city that would like to see royalty fall.
Yeah, on that note, I might have information for you. I've been told that some of the family that is tasked or is like put himself towards helping Ames or towards raising Ames or unchaining him, that they have tattoos or like brandings for playing card on their hand. On their sleeve, I think it was. This information was given to me by one of your soldiers, or one of the people that travels with you, that has been outcast from that family. So there's one person that has that card. I'll cast my illusion to like showcase what it looked like.
Mhm.
I suppose you will like investigate that. If you come up a person called Margaret, she's not with them. She gave me that information. So don't punish her for whatever is happening. But if you find someone else with that card, it is highly, highly suspicious of them potentially aiding against the crown or whatever.
Duly noted. Thank you so much for that information. Now,
Also, no, given that we're like in a zone of truth and whatever, and there's like, silence, we've also uncovered the staff that was stolen. It was not given to the Minotaurs as is believed, but it was tried to involve into like a dark ritual. We've uncovered it, and we have here now with us the chosen of the god that is connected to it. And it is her stuff now. It has been changed and it's been unlocked.
can you
Hello.
produce it?
Well, we're not carrying with
We
that
don't have
because,
it.
it would be foolish.
You made a well thought out decision of that. I give you that.
Thank you.
Now, since it's officially church property, and seeing that it is an artifact of the old days, there's no official owner to the staff.
Well, it belongs to the gods, I suppose.
That is if you believe in the gods.
I don't.
Now, one could say that it's state property, and that you are in possession of stolen goods. Yet, seeing that you are forthcoming with information, I will let that knowledge slide.
I figured as much. I just wanted to give you full detail. Also, just, given that you seem like very trustworthy, you might want to look into a person called Mavarak, the Dragon Slayer. I've had personal encounter with him, and he was up to not so many good things, given that I was present when he killed a golden dragon.
I know Maverick. I know of his deeds. I know his ways of working. Sadly, we cannot do anything about any bounty hunters that, let's just say, act outside of Royal Guard's jurisdiction. Currently, he has nothing done to harm city or the royal family.
Fair enough.
But I will duly note that in any of the, well, paperwork I have to do. I have on him. On another note, as he turns to you, Delanus, you might like to know that peace talks might come into play soon between your people and mine. Apparently, the leader of whatever tribe you're from was severely injured in battle. Seeing that Minotaurs are closely connected to each other, I thought I would share that information with you. Now,
So,
go on.
because I'm not actually like I'm away from everyone, I'm independent, even though I'm still part of that. So that shouldn't affect me, even though it's been said to me, right? I'm assuming that's meant to be some kind of back and forth thing that I'm just not going to entertain.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm just not going to entertain it.
in this place. A guy doesn't care much for his family or his clan.
Don't care much except for sticks.
There's a reason they're here and not in a war. But thank you for information. Might we be able to look into the belongings of Mikhail to aid our quest?
Let's just say that trust is earned, even though you've been forthcoming with the information you have on what you have uncovered so far. I cannot have you wander through the palace.
Well, you could dispatch a guard or 2 or 3, I don't know how many, to guide us or to walk us through, so we're not wandering. We just exactly where I just said and nowhere else.
I say that's not the point. It's the fact that we're here under these circumstances, and even if they were to guide us to his place, they would have to keep watch on us. Because
surely they can. It's just anything to find Palanthas.
Did you tell them that we talked to Palanthas?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the information you've given, I have come to the conclusion, even though I probably regret my decision, but please prove me wrong. We are short-staffed. The Royal Guard is thinly spread throughout the city, as most of the military is still, let's just say, positioned elsewhere, as well as most of the guardsmen within the city and the soldiers. Hence, we are in need of capable hands. I could draft up a royal decree as long as you have any noble to support you. You are free to investigate this. Problem, let's say.
We're going to have a talk tomorrow with one of the noble houses. So yeah, I guess after that, you might be able to do that. I take it Kaim's parents are not nobles.
My mother's side are no lesser nobles.
Does that count?
More or less, as long as they have good standings with the actual royal family, yes.
Well, they're on the war council.
My father and mother were, yeah. That doesn't mean to say that they're in good standing. I do not deal with the politics of the family houses.
I recall a sword in your room that had engraved the deep and sincere thanks towards your family of times past. Does that not mean good standings?
That was between my mother's side and my father's side.
does the minor noble family here count or no? Or do we have to wait for tomorrow?
Which family do you
The
belong
High
to?
Shades. High Shade.
Is your mother Mariah, any chance?
Yes. Indeed.
If you have support of your family, the royal decree is yours. So the head of the family has to approve of this.
We are here after we've talked to him this morning. The reason why I've entrusted you this much with this much information is because of his guidance and his counsel. We still know the truth. He knows that I'm saying the truth right now.
I'll give you a quick history on
Not
the...
my father.
Yeah, it's not the father, it's the mother.
Oh,
That's not my father.
It's a matriarchy. It's a matriarchal.
I was just
feudalism.
sleeping. I should have woken her up. Wakey, wakey.
And it would be
Gross.
my grandfather, wouldn't it? Because he would be the head of the house.
Oh, fair enough.
And since he's such a cool dude, we can go find him.
Reckon I could get a word as original off him on the way back.
I mean,
And a
Bro.
lozenge.
Yeah, there we go.
I will draft it up. I will draft the royal decree up. So I do need to know the names as well as the mercenary group or band that you belong to.
That's what I was worried about. We forgot to do a name.
We don't have a name per se. So
And I suggest you find one fast.
Okay, so names.
Could you just put like a line and we'll just fill it in when we've come up with one?
yeah.
I'll
I
leave it empty for now.
I can tell you the names. The names are Valeria, Ilanis, Adero, Kaim, Torval, and Edgar.
As he
Sure hope.
looks at you. Thank you.
Moby, thank you. Is there an easy way to contact you? Not setting up a meeting or whatever, so that we can get that decree? Your guardsmen are doing their job very diligently and very good.
I have a personal runner that will be available whenever you need one. I'll station him in, or not in the Blue Water Inn, that wouldn't be appropriate for his age. Let's say that he'll be available just outside of the Noble Sports Gate.
Do I already know this
Much
person?
obliged.
I
You
think
know
we
them.
know this best.
No, okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your
It's
help.
the boy that we gave 10 gold pieces to.
Oh, damn it.
No, it's fair. It's fair. Just means he likes us and runs even faster. Or he better be.
Now that
Well-
I have your attention and you brought me information, allow me to test you in a way. A small band of scouts has found stragglers or deserters south of here, close to Colon. We are in need of people to apprehend them. We prefer to see them alive, though any state they're in upon return is acceptable.
I take it that the test is you saying this in itself, not us actually going there. Considering that any sane man prefers not to die, and any sane man prefers not to die in a war. So us killing a person for trying to survive seems rather bad
He wants
and morally not just. So I take it the test was you testing our moral judgment of it would be of us potentially killing people trying to survive. Was that the test?
I see one person has a understanding of what this test is. What are your thoughts on it as Cassius looks to each and every one except for Adero. If you were in the predicament that, let's say, I would task you with apprehending a deserter, a man who fled from war, would you apprehend them in order to be tried? Or would you bring them back dead?
To the best of my ability, alive, and try.
It's possible alive, yeah.
I'm only here because I fled from a situation that was very similar, so I wouldn't like to cause harm to anyone.
My consensus is with the group. It would be wrong to kill someone just for trying to survive.
And last but not least, as he looks at Delanus,
I think he's gone again.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Oh, no,
Oh, okay.
It's not Wi-Fi. Sorry, I'm having to sort something out to do with it though. I'm still here.
okay. If you were to apprehend a man, would you bring him back alive or kill him?
Alive unless otherwise needed.
Spoken like a true warrior. I wouldn't have expected anything less from your people.
Can I like just huff at him and just say nothing? Just.
Okay, so it is settled. Bring back confirmation that you are supported by a royal family with a mercenary name, and the royal decree is yours.
So much. You don't happen to have any information on like where Palanthus might be.
I
Nothing
have a
about-
suspicion.
And we know that
Wait,
suspicion.
we know where
No.
we know where he thinks he could be.
What? Do we?
What? Did I miss
Yeah,
that?
he mentioned it.
I must have missed that as well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I.
Oh no, there's
Oh.
another. It was another job. in
Yeah,
Swamp
the
Bay.
swamp bear.
Yeah. What might that suspicion be? Would help greatly to know.
It's a trap. But even though I'm not magically inclined, I have no idea what kind of trap it is. Just that someone more powerful than Miguel is behind it.
Yeah, I figured as much, given the fact that the sending
He is-
spell.
He was
didn't
only
ping.
an apprentice, so I doubt he was the only one in the party involved to have apprehended the court wizard.
Treachery of people close to one can oftentimes outweigh raw power.
I agree on that.
Well, we won't be taking any more of your time unless anyone else got any questions, or if you have any. If not, we'll be returning tomorrow for the decree.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you so
time,
much, sir.
and thank you for your information. You said you were up into the ruins, didn't you?
We did not say such a thing.
You didn't say.
I was just making sure.
Okay.
It's depending on.
Yeah, no, of course.
Retcon history.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for seeing us.
Thank you for yours.
As he opens the door back into his
You will.
office.
Be well.
S&P.
And I do. Does my character know what race he is?
Yes, you would know.
Would I have seen his race before?
Yes, you have.
Oh, okay. I was going to say if he was a rare species, I would have noticed. And
He is of a rare species. Yes.
I wouldn't have
Easy.
seen them in their race personally, would I?
You might have seen the race once or twice in your lifetime.
It's a good thing I'm 18, so this would probably be the first.
Probably. But you have heard of Warforged before.
Yeah.
Oh,
I kind of look back and I kind of mentioned that I've never seen his kind before, and it was very pleasant to meet him.
should have asked him with the flowers. I went.
Give him some flowers, give him a little kiss on the cheek.
Where to next?
Are we still
Well-
in to do the sewers after we get the thingy from Kaim's mom?
Grandfather.
Well, yeah, grandfather.
Grandfather, sorry.
Kaim, how close are you to grandfather? How fast do you think we can get a decree like that? Like the blessing of the family?
Pretty quickly. I mean, our family are quite close to each other.
Mhm.
So
We could also check with the Ravoxans because we did do their quest.
Yeah. I'm just thinking that potentially we gain more information from the Ravoxans, given the fact that we have a royal decree in our name. So we might
Mm.
run
makes
now
sense.
to your parents' Kaim, get the decree, and then meet with the Ravoxans tomorrow.
That's
Or
why
like
you're the
whenever you-
ideas man.
that's why don't you mean today?
Yeah,
we
still.
don't know yet when we meet with the Ravoxans. Your dad went out to get a meeting with them.
Okay. Yeah.
We don't have confirmation when that will be,
Okay. Well,
but might as well like
we-
get
we
the
need-
royal decree as fast as possible.
we still
So it
need
won't be
to
aiders.
speak to the Ravoxans as well as possible.
Yes, of course. I
So-
agree. I just figure that given the royal decree, they might be more forthcoming.
And it's quicker than
Yeah.
seeing my grandfather. And
Well then, lead the way. Given how
Okay.
pleasant your family has been so far, at least parts of it.
So you're going to your grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you give him a name?
I can't remember if I did.
I don't think you've given your grandfather a name.
You know
Your
what?
mum's called Mariah, your dad's called what?
Zale.
Dale. What about
Uh,
Elvis?
Give him a name. Actually, I've given quite a lot of family members a name.
Yeah.
Especially, well, an uncle and most of the clan. But that's it.
Ezekiel.
This is your mother's line, right?
Mariah, isn't it like an Overwatch character? Just name like another one.
Well, Mariah Carey, I was thinking. Call them all our pop divas.
Yeah.
So Michael.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you lead the way through the noble's ward, you eventually find yourselves standing in front of a somewhat larger manor. This large building, 4 stories high, is beautifully set out and contrasting the others around it, with its blue roof and large windows on the sides. You can encompass it entirely as you walk around it. The double doors in front, there's a staircase leading up to the double doors, as the double doors have 2 large doorknobs. You can door knockers. What do you call them?
It's sorry.
I don't know.
Right.
You can knock on them at least. I
Yeah.
can't remember the word for it.
Second language, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Helen.
Yeah, it's a knocker, but
It's
the
a
way that you
knocker.
googled it, knocker made me not want to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
A door knock. Yeah.
Door knock. Fine. Okay, cool. I did have the right word. Nice.
Couple of knockers. Mm-hmm.
That's
No,
a
it's not.
silly word.
As the double doors, each of them has a door knocker. You start to, well, not
To do
slam on
both at
them,
once?
but just one.
Okay, just making sure.
As I assume Kaim is the one knocking.
Yeah.
An elder man opens the door as he looks at you with his grey hair, grey beard. Master Kaim, it has been a while. Can I do anything for you?
I wish to speak with my grandfather.
Fair enough.
Is he in?
He is currently awake and at breakfast. Please, enter.
We enter and I bow at the servant.
Sam can like a slight bow.
You remember the servant named Rupert? He's an old man. Been good friends with your grandfather for years, especially since they grew up together. And Rupert found himself in service of your family, at least your mother's family. As you enter the entrance hall, you can see there's a staircase on the side leading up to the second floor. There's a smaller hallway next to it, leads to a couple of antechambers off to the left, and to the back you can see that the kitchen is there. As Rupert gently, slowly shuffles forwards, leading you into the dining area. Master, your grandson is here to visit. As you see this not so elderly man, but you can see that he's clean shaven, has whitish hair, and is currently reading a paper, like a newspaper. Ah, it has been a while since I've seen him. Please, let him enter. Kaim, son, how are you?
It's good to see you again, grandfather. I embrace him
He gives you an embrace back.
and
Please sit. Have you had breakfast yet?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Any of your friends?
Thank you so much. Thank you for hospitality.
Please have a seat.
It's a pleasure.
As he sits back down and puts the newspaper down.
I don't mean to be too forward and request this of you so soon, but me and my companions are looking to acquire a royal notice. Is that what you said?
Decree.
Nice.
Decree, yeah.
A royal decree for the castle proper. Me and my companions are running an investigation about the missing court wizard and the many things that have been happening between me and my companions.
Look at you, working your way up to the wall. Finally, shaking those shackles away your cold-blooded father put on you. It'll be done. You have my blessing. As does your friends. Please, introduce me.
Yes. They have Ardero, Valeria, Torval, Edgar, and the big brutish thing over there is Delanis.
It's a pleasure.
Motherfucker.
I had a friend like you, as he looks to you, Delanis. Quite an old fellow. Sadly, he passed away about 2 decades ago. True warrior he was. Good friend of mine. Like you, I travelled most of the known world. Ah, the days. But who dwells on past but all people, am I right? Anyways. The pleasure.
You're not even that old.
Oh, stop it, you. You know I passed the 70s.
We know your kind. You should type.
May I introduce myself as he stands up? The name is Sir Rupert. As he gives a blow. But Sir
Michael Rupert the Salmon.
They switch
Little
roles.
senile in his 70s, hey.
Quick identity crisis.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about the blow than the name.
The name is Sir Michael.
How do you?
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all ours.
I do a very awkward curtsy.
Yeah,
We
all as well.
can work
A
on
nod.
that at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when you get your royal decree, courtesy is necessary.
That's true. And saying sir and please and thank you,
Unlike someone
as I learned.
that's staring at Cordero.
How interesting. Right, royal decree. What were you up to?
Well, as per our family tradition of being 18, I sent myself away.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just like tell him the entire story of what's happened so far.
Okay,
as,
what do you include?
all of pretty much everything.
Okay.
Because he's also, well, grandfather will also be associated with the gods as well. So
Cassius is a fool. Not seeing that a true champion, a lady, stands before him. I could help you, Cassius. If you say what is true, that you have been to the ruins in the Twin Emperors Peaks,
yes,
it might be of use, at least to city and the kingdom days. Interesting that he hasn't connected those dots. I could, in a letter, put forward to have him investigate those ruins. Not saying your names that you have been there, just saying that an investigation is needed. Another note I would like to put in, with the permission of Champion, looking at you, Valeria, is that the old faith is no longer seen as heresy, not within the state's laws. This, however, does paint targets on people's backs, especially one as fragile as yours.
I think the city has lost its way. The way that the people seem to worship Shah and the desecrated ground. Zanoon told me that I can bring order back and bring the old gods back, and I think that might be what we need. So maybe that would be a good decision.
I completely agree. I'll include it in my letter of recommendation to Cassius. On top of that, let's call me your sponsor. I would put forward a, say, yearly wage of 200 gold pieces until you find the ways to sustain yourselves.
That's very generous. Thank you.
Now, this is for lodging whenever you travel the world, as well as any equipment that you need. Anything you find on your ways, you may keep. So what would like to be kept in the loop? Any
That is very
information?
much generous of you, sir.
Yes, any information you find, I would like to hear about. So,
So you support the old gods then, because Mariah obviously is your daughter.
I certainly do. I took my blessings from Kadir. I used to be a gladiator in the old days. Before, or at least after I traveled the world days and went on adventures myself. Now I just tend to watch the young dogs fight in the arenas. Sadly, none of them are as devoted as they were in my time. I think that a display of your magical prowess, as he looks once again to you, Valeria, to change that. Are you perchance interested in, let's just say, being part of any of the gladiatorial plays?
Me?
All of
No,
you.
that's not really. Oh, well, we have a really brave fighters over here, and I gesture to Delanus and Kaim. And Aldero.
It will be a group effort, but I believe that it will give you a chance to show people what a true faith looks like.
It does sound like a good way to show people, especially if gladiatorial pits are brimming full with people.
Oh, they always are. There's a tournament coming up in 2 weeks. I will be your sponsor. And I would like to see you perform. You will carry you will carry your own mercenary band's name, whichever that may be. As I assume, Kaim, you have told your grandfather you didn't have a name yet.
Yeah. We'll work on a name in no time. We literally have no time because if
Another request that I would like to put in if you do attend these plays, this tournament, is that you make a show out. Show
can do
dedicated
that.
to the gods. Restore the faith. You basically are free to walk the earth.
What are the rules of the tournament?
Don't die.
Anything goes.
It depends who you face. It's usually a 3-staged area. You don't fight another group, you fight monsters that are brought to you by some peculiar folk. Each group gets either 1 or 2 monsters to fight against. The quicker you dispatch it, the more points you score. It will be 3 rounds or 3 monsters to fight, and if any of your members or all members are incapacitated or die, you have lost the games.
If anyone.
As long as the monster stands and anyone is down, you're fine. If the monster is down and anyone has fallen, you lose.
Fair enough.
then it should not be a problem. And I look at Valeria and I
Yeah.
say, because we have the champion of the Blue Moon on our side.
Neither do I. Even though it might be seen as cheating, it certainly is not if the gods favor you. So what say you?
What is there to win, other than the favor and?
There's obviously a prize. Currently, there's no set amount of prize money or anything that you can win.
I'm just wondering, just given the fact that, like you said, you would champion us or like sponsor us. I wouldn't want to, like, you know, have you sponsor money for like a potential like menial thing, but we appreciate the offer.
The prize money and anything you win during the tournament is sponsored by all noble families, as well as the gladiatorial guild that tends to seek out mercenaries for these matters.
Sounds like a
Well-
very, very good opportunity for us to prove ourselves and get our name out there.
Yeah, well, I'm game.
Yeah, I appreciate the offer. Thank you so much.
In return, I would like 10% of the prize money.
Sure.
You can take whatever cut I have.
Don't haggle me out of the way. No, of course, yeah.
And it is a deal.
Very gracious of you.
Rupert, if you could please bring me my feather.
He said he also-
Get the wrong name again.
He said he also was going to give us 200 gold, right? Is that like now or like?
It's
He said annually.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
annually. That's
Yeah,
as
it's like
soon
paid
as you
up
have.
front.
That's as soon as you have the royal decree.
Okay.
As he sponsors you to get the royal decree, you will have to produce the royal decree to him to show that you actually got it. As part of the sponsorship, it's
Okay, we're
a
just running back and
two-way
forth.
street,
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
okay. I see.
As he writes up the letter of recommendation and hands it to you, Kaim.
I bow to him and I brace him again and say, many thank you, many thanks.
We
It
all
was-
thank you.
A pleasure to
thanks.
see you, Kaim, as always. And I hope to see you all soon again.
And I turn around and say, well, you will.
Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
As Rupert leads you to the front door and lets you out.
About to Rupert and say, many thanks.
Always a pleasure
Many
to see
thanks.
you. As he gives you a bow.
So I guess we go back to the guard now. We need a name.
Yes. I would also suggest that we put our ideas of the rope on hold, because that will not aid us in any way or form in direct combat, where we don't have where we have unlimited time.
That's true.
It's very I guess there's other things that we could purchase that might help us better.
Yeah,
We might actually splash the armor.
armor.
That you, yeah.
Armor, equipment,
Also,
upgrades.
given that's it's about raw power and there's no rules, there is also an item that I have, the Drake statue here, that Griffin told me I could get enchanted by him, that would give me a guard Drake to fight alongside of us. That would probably worth more in the fight than I actually am, or that most of us are. It has multi attacks and it has a tail and a bite attacking with very, very vicious attacks. That alone is almost like a monster we might actually face in there.
I think anything that makes us stronger in battle would be a good decision at the moment.
Yeah. Does anyone else have
Great.
any ideas of things that we could purchase to aid us in that battle? I think emptying our pockets right now, in the sense of what we have in the party backpack of gold, to use that, so we get more power, gives us a chance of having more afterwards. It's probably the best investment we can have as now. We've got 2 weeks.
Oh, I do say I do intend to still fight my father as well.
Of course. Do we have any ways of aiding you when it comes to that? Looking at
No.
Valyria.
It's just between us.
No, of course. But any spells cast upon you
No.
beforehand?
It will be bare bones.
Well, yes, spells are still like cast upon you. No, you're like more agile.
So the rules of the duel of the High Shade family is it's 1-on-1. It is still first blood, and no assistance is allowed.
Well, do they keep their gear?
They do keep their gear. They are not allowed to spellcast, and it's literally just sword fight.
So he has a +1 sword because it's packed weapon, right?
Yes, that is allowed. So a weapon is allowed as long as
So-
it's a weapon.
Okay, so magical buffs are allowed as long as it's not spellcast for someone else.
Spellcasting.
That seems silly.
It is on
Could-
the
could
roll.
he s- Okay, could he summon the guard drake to fight for it?
No,
That's
I'm
8.
I'm fighting.
No, of course, I understand. Okay. Does anyone else have any idea of like things they could use for that, for the gladiatorial combat? What about you, big guy, Alanis?
Just having a think, and I think I'm practically set. There's nothing else I really need.
Yeah, give me your combat prowess. I take it you will be one of our greatest assets for this.
Wait, say that again, sorry.
Give me your combat prowess.
Yes.
I take it you will be one of our greatest assets in that gladiatorial combat.
Run
Looking
fast,
forward
hit
to
harder.
Yeah, looking forward to see you in action.
We could think about going to the runic carvings
Mhm.
and getting something upgraded of sorts.
That was 125 gold, right? For your bow.
150 I've got.
150. If my math
Um,
adds up, it should still cover everything. Yeah, we should be good. Do you need any components, Valeria?
I don't think so.
We're saying that, by the way, while we're like walking towards the city guard thingy again, so
Oh,
like we
no,
can actually
I'm
get over the
gonna-
tree.
I stop us and say we need to think of a name as well.
True. I thought we do that like off screen, but sure.
I
Mhm.
know. And
We still could.
my character suggests a band of the hawk.
Oh, you made that up, did you? Nice.
No, I didn't.
What about the Order of the Blue Moon or something to do with Saloon?
What about Edgar and his merry men?
No,
Okay.
Sticks.
don't like that. Good brainstorm though. Good brainstorm.
How would we go a different route and don't brand us like to like a god or whatever? I understand where this comes from, but given
All of
that you will
us.
be like a face of god anyways, I don't think we need like the double branding. Or if we just go about like something like justice. I take it that everyone agrees that justice is one of the greatest assets we have. I take it that time you and your family, you're linked to that.
Agreed.
I personally take very high pride in justice and morale as well.
Just the word justice.
No, not just
Justice for the stick.
something linked to justice.
The stick of justice.
Oh, the name is
Yes.
the name is
How
just
about the
justice.
stick of truth?
Just stick.
Guys.
Just stick.
Just stick.
Just sticks.
Stick.
Just-
Just
Oh,
stick.
okay, just sticks is actually pretty great.
The
I don't feel like that will get us a lot of respect from people. Also, I really like it. So
We don't need respect. We earn it.
that's true.
Who's going to argue? Fucking girl.
You're gonna look like, oh no, the manager was doing the spelling. They tried to
That's
spell
sticks and
justice.
stones because we break people's bones. I've gone off the justice theme. I'm fully on the stick train.
The sticks, yes! Side note, would it be bad if I used the staff as a stick at one point?
I mean, I wouldn't stop. I'm too scared of you to stop you, so you can do
It's
whatever
Yeah,
you
okay,
want.
thank you. That was just
It's not a stick, it's silver. You know, it's on wood.
It looks like a stick. It just looks like a big fucking stick.
No.
We'll brainstorm justice.
Alright, so you're right. I just broke.
Oh, this is. .exe is not responding.
Mm.
As you make your way towards the castle proper's gates, you notice that the
Uh-oh.
portcullis is raised. As now people are walking in and out. The guardsmen that led you towards Cassius, sees you approach, just nods and lets you pass through. As you find your way back into the castle courtyard.
It is urgent that we need the name though, so
Justice League.
The Justice League of
Justice.
Behavior.
And the Bunny Men. Good.
Just
We need the break, dude. We need the break. Let's do something else for 15 minutes.
Let's just we like come up with a name and like we know we have it next session.
I agree.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go to the sewers. Woohoo!
Yes, it's yours.
I am not dropping just stick,
I have
by the way.
I would argue that we do like the I would argue we do the sewers once we actually gotten our like combat upgrades as well. No?
Fine,
You know,
wait.
Okay, we'll go to the shops now then.
Fine, I
Yeah,
guess.
we can just like, buy the bow,
Alright.
see if we can upgrade like the Drake statue, and then like we have upgrades to actually sweep the sewers, which help us,
Oh yeah, we should scrape a little scale off you before we go.
We'll try that.
Okay, so you go in, get the royal decree, which is relatively
No, because
fast.
we don't have a name.
No, we I mean,
You do,
can
you
say-
We're leaving the line.
Yeah,
okay,
we
okay.
got a
We'll,
name,
we'll do
yeah,
the
just-
RP next week,
Got you.
and then you'll go to the shops.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, did we also get the 200 gold? Like, on the way back? Like showing
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Okay. Shopping
Mark it
time.
down,
So
banker.
100 gold each
Oh, what,
altogether.
I thought it was all
Wait.
together.
wait. Is it 200 for each, or like is it
Yeah.
No, for the
200 for the
group.
party? Yeah, okay. I was about to say.
Yeah.
That'd be mental.
God's sake, Grandad.
Shit pay.
Okay. What did your 150 runic covering do?
That's the thing. It depends which like material I get, and I still don't know which each does.
Okay. So that decision is probably going to be postponed, no?
Most likely.
Okay.
I haven't worked it out yet because of
Okay. Yeah. Well, I would be going then to the Magic Emporium thingy.
Mhm.
And
I'll come with you.
dear Sir Griffin, hello once again. It is I. It is
Ah.
us.
Adero, and the rest of you. Welcome. What can I do for you?
Well, we've been pondering upon your options and your things that you've been offering.
Oh, how
This,
delightful.
Yes. Obviously, multiple of your offerings are very intriguing. But
Oh.
given that we have very, very limited money to spend and an upcoming tournament, gladiatorial combat, you probably have heard of it.
Oh,
yeah.
look at you.
Yes.
Impressive.
We thought it might be best to go for the combat-oriented things first, and then look on further things. The statue of the Drake that you've mentioned
Yes.
seemed very, very appealing for that.
So you have a skill.
Well, there's a very long story to this. Like I'm like slowly unbuttoning my shirt.
Oh, I like this too.
Would one of those suffice? And like I'm showcasing like the scales are like growing from my shoulder, from the horns that are like up there.
May I?
Yes.
As he takes a closer look and occasionally strokes over the scales, pulls back, casts a spell that you recognize and identify. Would it hurt if I tear one off?
Yes.
Hmm.
But it is a suffering that I would endure for the option of this item.
I could probably do it with like a medicine check. Just chisel one off.
Just tend to the one afterwards, and I'm like,
I pull it
do
off.
you have pliers?
I do. As he
Did I
takes a bit of pliers.
Like, putting the pliers to like the chest and like one of the scales. Like, gripping them. I'm like holding them. Delanas, could you pull my hand on the count of 3? Do we need to like make like a Constitution saving throw to like not like give like a sound from me when he pulls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I need a strength check from Delanas.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Guidance.
Hang
On both of
take-
us or only one?
Nah, Delanas.
Yeah, both of us. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, you do the pull first.
What was it? Strength.
Yeah.
And then
Is
you
it
type
ability or
1d4
saving.
Ability.
ability, and then type 1d4 in the middle box.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay. Roll your Constitution save.
Saving throw, right?
Somehow, doesn't hurt that much as you had expected it. As you keep a slight scream in.
Don't even flinch.
Sure.
I was just so manly. For God's sake.
Yeah, I'm.
That is a noise though.
I didn't hold it. I'm sorry.
I'm taking this.
Am I the one that screams because it weirds me out that I couldn't pull it off easily?
Oh, you pulled it
I'm
off
thinking-
easily.
Oh, did I? Okay.
I'm taking the scale and I'm like giving it to him.
This would work. Yeah, this would work. However, it does require a kiss.
You said 250. For
And now
twice
it's
with the statue.
250 and a kiss.
The kiss was for the rope, and you gave us a discount for that. If anything. There's this
Can
couple as
I
well.
shut him up and kiss him instead? She doesn't specify who from.
175 gold pieces and a kiss.
Yeah, sure. I go and like kiss him on the cheek.
As you go for the kiss on the cheek, he turns.
Alright,
I'll
fair,
take move.
whatever.
It will be done by tomorrow.
You got paid.
Much obliged.
No, thank
Um,
you. No, can I help you with anything else?
Do you have anything that would make me harder to see in battle, or like help me stay back a bit more?
I do have a potion of invisibility somewhere laying around. Let me check my inventory
Okay.
as he rummages through.
Quick question. Does invisibility get broken once you cast a healing spell?
And once you cast a spell, attack a person, or I believe disengages it.
Yeah.
What
But
if
if
you
I,
use the
yeah,
staff?
if I use my staff, yeah.
Still, it counts as
Really?
casting an
It's a-
ability.
yeah,
Yes,
it's an
still
action.
casting its an action.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Any action cuts off the invisibility.
Probably
And
not worth it then,
he,
no?
Yeah,
produces one.
probably.
The last one. It's 180 gold pieces.
Ooh, no, thank you. Thanks for looking though.
Anything else I can do for you?
Can I ask if we can barter the invisibility potion for a kiss?
No thing.
Let's try. Let's try. Can I offer Ardero for another kiss? Is he going to argue with me? No.
Adero for a kiss.
For the potion.
No.
Oh, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Another free kiss. The deal is I get a kiss and you get a kiss. Right, so it's just a kiss then.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do that. It was not what I meant, but it's what we're going with.
I won't get one free, or
Okay.
I think that's it then. Just out of curiosity, who are those wings for? Did they pick them up?
They are still there.
Who are they for?
I'm sorry, I do not reveal my clientele. But I may call upon you at some point in the future. Just, to gather some of the materials I need to barter.
Oh yeah, talking of, I might have some things that might be interesting to you for crafting purposes.
Oh,
I have deep dragon wormling claws.
oh my. Okay. I can do something with this. Not my style, but certainly useful.
I also have griffin feathers and one talon.
Now that
Oh, actually, multiple feathers.
that is something you should keep hold of. At least the feathers, the claws I can just from.
Why would I keep the feathers?
Let's just say whenever you have the funds, I might be able to make some.
Okay, sure.
Now for the claws, I can give you 100 gold pieces. All of them together, that is.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, fair deal.
Do you have a little mirror that I could buy?
Certainly. What kind of mirror do you like?
Just a small mirror.
As
You already
he
have one.
takes out a tray. There's various sizes of mirrors. One.
Oh, it has to be small and silver.
There's a few that are silver. Depending on the size, there's one that is about that big.
Perfect.
Now, because you are good friends with my boy Ardero, I
Jesus.
will
My boy.
cut the price
Oh boy.
to,
Oh boy, Ardero. Sorry.
let's say, 10 gold pieces.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you very much.
I give him 11.
Oh, thank
Treat
you.
yourself. Treat your yourself.
Change.
Spa day, here I come.
Mhm.
Alone.
Well, I'm
Oh.
hoping you're coming with me.
We know Foyne loves a spa, so
It's honor.
Wait, just checking. Was this a Was there a general like shop for anything like weaponry?
No,
shit?
this
No,
is
it
magical
wasn't.
items.
It's magic. I thought so. Okay.
Magical
that's fine.
items or items you need for casting magic.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought so. I just want to check. Thank you.
Anything
What would
else
we-
I can do you for?
Didn't even say anything on the deep dragon warbling claws, price wise.
That was included in the 100 gold.
You just said that.
I said
Okay,
for
I'm
all
not
the
gonna argue.
claws.
It was talents, not claws. You said talents for sure.
You said the talons.
Did I say talents?
It was talons. Yes,
It's okay though.
Okay.
I'm fine.
that's fair.
Talents and claws, kind of the same.
It was a 300 gold.
No, they're
I
not.
take it. No, it's
I
fine.
mean-
I'm not gonna haggle. I got 300 gold. It's fine. Well, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. When can I pick up the statue?
Tomorrow afternoon.
I'll be there. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inquiring, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
Most
Now-
definitely.
I have business to do. Ta-ta. As he disappears.
Can I check to see what spell he used?
Go
Oh,
for
no.
it. Oh, go for it.
These have to hit.
No clue.
I thought that was the one.
You have no clue.
Even given that we don't would we go there now to the bow guy and see what we can get inscribed? Are they all 150 for the upgrade? All of the
100
gems?
150 for the bow was included with the gemstone.
Okay. Can we just get the upgrade and Matty gets to choose after the effect? Just so we have it, because I assume we're gonna end soon. So we get the upgrade.
I mean,
so we can...
it depends on which gem.
Yeah.
How much it costs.
What's the price range?
Cheapest would be 100 to most expensive would be probably 500 gold pieces. And that's all including a gemstone. But I'll have to work out which gems are placed where on that line, as well as what would be the price if you bring your
Okay.
own gemstone.
Yeah, I guess we would look at it, but we can't make a decision yet. Given
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. What would you, Trouble? Do you have anything that you need?
I don't need
Nothing?
anything.
Any daggers?
I have enough daggers at the moment.
Everyone has healing potions.
I have one.
I've got 4, and my staff lets me mass cure wounds as well.
Yeah, we should be going that.
Mass healing word.
Yeah, sorry, my sailing world.
When I go back on what I said before, I actually do want to change my primary weapon, so I want to go see where I can get a warhammer, which will be a blacksmith, I'm assuming.
That will be
Yeah,
bad
that's
at the
the-
blacksmith. So yeah.
It'd be expensive, yeah.
According to this, no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, sure. Let's go to blacksmith.
Worth.
Okay.
I'll pay out of pocket if I need to anyway.
There you are again. Gonna do you for
Warhammer.
a guy your size, a warhammer.
I
Alright.
used one-handed.
2
Or a mallet.
warhammers.
Phew.
Thought you would better be off with a maul, but alright. As he produces 2 warhammers. $60 for both. He looks up to you.
Silver, right?
Gold.
Ooh.
50.
As you notice that this dwarf looks up at this
Oh,
towering...
it's a dwarf!
It's a dwarf! Looking up at this towering minotaur, just sniffs his nose. 60.
40. And you don't die.
56.
Oh, Jesus.
And you don't die.
Oh,
I come in saying my bets are on the dwarf.
Can I challenge him to a duel?
Sadly, they're not allowed. I would have taken you
Who said
on.
it? Is this dwarf also
55.
called Sana by any chance?
Just buy the damn hammers.
55. Last offer.
Just check something real quick. Okay, and I'll pay it
Fine,
out of my
that-
pocket.
No, no,
I'll
no,
pay-
no.
I'm,
no,
I-
no,
let me,
no,
I'm going to pay
no,
it out of
no.
mine because
We said party for like upwards. It's fine.
Okay, no
are you guys
down,
are you guys happy with 55?
Okay, I'm not using them.
no down to warhammers.
Thing. Okay. Oh,
I mean,
I'll do-
Do you want to sell your axes?
I was going to say I would probably. I'm going to use that to replace my hand axes. So yes.
How many hand axes do you have?
Wait, it says 0 here.
I mean, you had two.
No, I never actually used them though. I equipped them, but never actually got to use them in the end because I was enraged and had used my horns. So it says here hand axe 0, but I never actually used them in the last combat.
Oh, it does that automatically because it's a ranged weapon also. If you drag multiple on, it will tell you how many you
Yeah.
have.
You use the axes in the last fight, and like it just like use them as ranged instead
Yeah,
of like
and
melee,
you
which is like
eventually pick them up, but you have to replenish them
Yeah, yeah.
when it's ranged.
Oh, okay. So
and you didn't use them
I,
as
I,
ranged anyways.
You still
yeah.
have 2.
I still have 2. Yes. Okay.
So you're just selling them.
Yeah, I'll just sell them.
$10 silver pieces.
I might keep him. Throw him. Honestly, keep him or throw him later on.
Can I throw one of them past his forehead just so it barely misses him, and then keep the other one?
And make an attack roll.
Oh.
Oh no.
Ed has left at this point, mainly out of fear of what might ensue.
Being prosecuted.
Where's attack?
However, to Kaim, he said, "I bet 1 gold on the dwarf."
Where
Just
do I do an attack
keep
roll
on.
again? I'm stupid.
When you go to your character sheet,
Yep.
click on the if you hover over the item icon or the image of the icon of the item, You can click on it.
Oh, of the hand. Oh,
Yes.
that's why. Okay. Oh, it says it's run out of designated ammunition, because it's saying 0, even though I've still got 2.
Can you uncheck it? Anywhere?
Yeah, it said equipped. I've now changed it to not equipped, but it's still not. Oh, edit item. There we go. Add quantity. Oh, that's 2. Now, normal.
Normal attack roll. Yep. Okay. He's going to do a riposte since you missed, as this is a battle master dwarf.
Oh,
Shit.
As he's making an attack roll against you with the same
Oh,
weapon.
no.
As you throw it, he catches it and just throws it back. And he flings it past your head. As he also, let me quickly check what the superiority die is.
it's 1.
Um,
1d8. 1d8.
I believe.
Oh,
it
I have
goes-
no idea how we got here. I completely forgot. I don't know how this is happening. I'm sorry.
As a Minotaur, I might advise you to not make random attacks in the city anymore.
Oh, he flings it past your head into the ceiling.
Can you do the noise that would make?
No, I wish I could.
Ding!
Hang on, I've got a ruler somewhere.
No, can't do it.
Good try.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't do it. But
Uranus, get your axe and leave.
Okay.
Let's go.
I got Max and leave.
okay.
Yeah, we would go to like the cabin place, but instead I guess we go like home to Kimes to like check back with the dad on like the progress on the royal family, the noble family.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Right. As you walk back, eventually find your way back to the House of Kaim, we will end tonight's episode here. As we have set some wheels in motion. So
A lot of them. A lot
you've
of
got a
them.
You
lot of
freaking
them.
true. Yeah.
That was
Um,
very productive.
There's
Mhm.
a duel coming up in 2 weeks' time, or in 1 week's time.
Yep.
Between Kaim and his father, there's a tournament, gladiatorial tournament in 2 weeks. You've got a few bounties to take care of.
Yeah, there's the kids. There's the
Yes.
sewer.
The kids, the
Gee.
sewer,
Doers, the missing people. It's all
the
going
missing
on.
people.
So
There's a
many
lot of
side
things going on.
quests.
Mm-hmm. Feels like freaking The
And we
Witcher
can
right
investigate the room of Michelangelo thingy.
And you
Mikael.
can
What is it?
investigate
It's
the
just
room
Miguel.
of Miguel.
now. Michelangelo.
Anyways, thank you all
Something
for
turtle.
thank you
My
all for
favorite
watching. I'd
thank you.
enjoyed it tonight again, as always. I do have my birthday next Friday, so I might make the episode next week a bit more special,
Oh
but
Oh,
we'll see about
Ooh.
that.
Level up.
It's not going to be an opera-themed
it's a party.
adventure.
Fuck, Matty, stop ruining my ideas. Yes, I would have you sing.
Of course.
I'm
Again.
not gonna sing.
Once again,
Is it
thank
time
you
for
all.
minor
For,
bard?
Hmm.
thank you
We're
all
all
for
coming
watching this episode. If you've missed any of it, it will be up on YouTube. !socials will get you to our link tree. If you haven't followed any of the socials yet, please do. It's just a click away. And if you like our YouTube videos, we duly appreciate that. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will be seeing you next week.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, everyone.
Bye.